Howdy, we are live. Cheers, y'all.
I don't know if that's. Am I allowed to cheers that?
I think you're allowed to cheers that. I think it doesn't quite make the same clink or have the same gravity as cheersing something that's got liquid in it, even though that does have liquid in it. But we'll allow it. I think you're allowed to cheers it.
It's also glass.
It is. So it would make the proper clink if you hit it against something. Let's try it out.
No.
That was just sounded like it was about to break. That was kind of unsatisfying. No. Anyway, we'll still allow it. What's up, guys? Hanging out here just a few minutes late. We just were wrapping up filming some stuff that we were doing earlier today. Was polishing the gas in the new boat.
The gas?
You have to polish the gas, yes.
Gas is a liquid.
It is. I think it's they're using it in the term of like cleaning it. So getting all the water out of it. So running it through a water separator. It's common on diesels. I don't know why it's way more common on diesels than it is in regular gas, but it is. Anyway, that's what I was doing earlier today. And I came right up. That's why I ended up being a few minutes late, because I still had to go get beers, of course.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got to do a beer run. Everyone here.
So the Miami Device is up 2.5 hours. Because we meant to set it for 9 p.m. We accidentally set it for 10 p.m. You cannot go back.
You can only extend the
Yeah, we could make it longer, but we can't go backwards and set it for 9 p.m. So it is 10 p.m. You want to be mad at somebody, be mad at me. But there's nothing I can do about it. So
yeah,
I don't know what you being mad will do about it. 1 more hour. Sorry, guys.
I don't think anyone's going to be mad.
No, well, I mean, they can be mad, but I don't know what that does.
I think it's like the same as like getting mad at someone who cuts you off in traffic. Like it doesn't actually do anything.
I don't think they can hear you.
It's like the same as like cutting someone off in traffic. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I mean, what is getting mad do? I feel like it never feels satisfying. I try to avoid getting mad when I can.
I usually just give somebody the thumbs down, or I stick my tongue out at them. So if you want to do that to Josh, I guess that'll satisfy your anger.
Yeah, knock yourself out. Glad that Mad Yankee got his bike back in action. Having your bike out of commission, like having a motorcycle shop, is serious anywhere, right? You would agree.
Sure.
Pretty serious business. Having a motorcycle shop and taking a long time to fix somebody's shit when you're up north, you can see why that would be so much more serious, because they only get like
depending on the season,
4 months to ride.
Yeah,
so it's like if they have your bike and they're taking an extra month to fix it because they're not making it fast, or they're screwing up. That's dead. That's bad as bad can be. So Seacoast Indian did a pretty bad job for him. And then not only they take forever to fix it, but they fixed it wrong. And then they put his saddlebags back on right, and his saddlebags fell off on the ride home.
That fucking sucks, man. I'd be mad. Okay,
blows,
yeah,
dude.
I would be mad.
I didn't even know it was an Indian dealership. That's the first time he said the name of them. I guess he was kind of waiting to see how it all turned out. But I thought it was just like a local shop or something. But apparently it was an Indian dealership. Well, happy birthday, Mrs. Richards. It's John Richards' mom's birthday.
Happy birthday.
I mean, having multiple bikes is definitely a way to solve that, unless you're me, and then all of your bikes still don't run. I did make 2 of my bikes run. The Shovelhead runs, and the FXR runs. Although the FXR is just running incredibly rich, so I still have to take it apart and see what's up with it. I don't know why it's doing that. I have not had time to look at it. Time is at a premium right now.
Well, both of our Goldwings don't run, so there's that.
Your Goldwing runs great and just needs brakes.
Well, so it runs, it just doesn't stop.
It does stop. I think what happened is, I think it was probably my fault. I think I probably bent one of the rotors getting the tire on it.
Okay, so it runs and it does stop. It just doesn't stop quietly.
Exactly. It's actually fine if you just run it like it
Okay,
is.
so it runs and it stops. It just
What'll eventually will happen is it will eventually just like wear the groove out,
Oh right, yeah.
which is not really ideal. You shouldn't do that.
Well, shit, dude, it's just been sitting there. I would have like ridden it. You said it was like, yeah, you got no brakes, and I was like, oh, okay.
You have brakes.
No, you said I got no brakes.
I don't believe those words came out of my mouth. You have brakes. It just needs new rotors because the rotors are warped
Well,
or
that's
bent or
worse.
something.
That's worse.
I mean, kind of. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we just got a few hours left on the Miami Vice as Miami Vibes they put in. I do not make the raffle descriptions. David does. So if you've ever wondered if they sound weird or if they sound like they don't know what they're talking about on the bike, and David knows plenty about bikes, but sometimes he doesn't know all the stuff about it. That's why David makes all the raffle creator descriptions. I don't touch the stuff.
I don't read it because like I said, we don't touch anything. David has all the access to the raffle creator stuff and sets everything up, and I can't even really read in the first place. So I bet there's some pretty funny descriptions in there.
I mean, they're all like fine. You can just tell that David. Well, I guess if you know David, you can tell that David wrote them. He's always just like, win this beautiful, wonderful,
that's what I'm
amazing.
saying.
And I'm just like, it sounds like AI wrote it, but it didn't. David did.
With peace and love, he needs that.
And they are like beautiful, amazing bikes, but it's just like, it's just the way he writes it is funny. It's not even bad. You can just tell that David wrote it, which I think is funny.
No, I don't know if David's a GTA fan, but I think Josh named this bike actually, right? You named this bike? Or did Mike?
I think that Mike originally was calling it Florida Vibes. But I don't know if he really calls it like names his. I don't know how
he does that. But if you guys
some
want to
people
go
give
follow
their
the
bike-
Fat and the Furious,
Yeah.
who donated this motorcycle to Forgotten Angels. So
Yeah.
thank you so much to him.
maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know how much he cares about the names. The license plate that I didn't know if it was real or not said FL Vibes on it. I
Is
think it
it
was a
real?
fake. I don't know.
We went out of state.
Yeah, I
on
went all
it.
over the place on it. There was no cops behind me though. But I've ridden across the country 3 times with a fake plate. So
Yeah, but I'm like still curious, like if that plate is real. Can you text him and ask?
I will. I kept meaning to do it, then I just never did.
I don't think I have his phone number, so I
Yeah.
don't think I can.
It's in the garage. You might want it back for all I know.
I
I think it's
so.
fake though, because it's like the only reason I would say that it was real. But I'm like, first off, getting the FL Vibes, I'm like, it's pretty slim that you freaking would get that. Like most plates are taken.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
most anything normal is taken.
anything fun is taken. That's the whole reason I haven't gone to register my iRock yet, is because I really like my fake plate rock hard, and it's taken, unfortunately. So I just have been riding dirty since I bought it.
I don't know if we'll ever do a boat raffle, man. Just because like boats are so like I can get them. I know how to fix them, but they're so specific. It's like with them, even motorcycles are kind of specific.
Yeah, I feel like there's only dozens of people asking for a boat raffle.
I don't know. I mean, theoretically, more people so compared to motorcycles, so many more people.
Dozens of
boats.
people in our audience, though.
Yeah. People who watch, I feel like less.
Yeah.
This is covering your head over here still.
I could just like move over a little bit too.
So yeah, but the amount of people who have or are interested in boats is like wildly more huge than motorcycles.
Yeah, but I just mean like people.
Like there are freaking 100 boats to every motorcycle in Florida, easily. That's not even an exaggeration. But I don't know. It's also still specific because that's assuming in our audience that there's a bunch of things you have to assume. You have to assume, one, they're in close enough proximity to a body of water that they'd be able to utilize the boat. That's number one. The second thing you have to assume is they have a place to store the boat, because not everybody does. People have HOAs. People will live in apartments. You can't just stick a boat in a parking spot. People live downtown, whatever, or maybe their garage, whatever it is. Or they live with somebody else. It's a roommate situation. So they have to assume they have a place to keep the boat. And then you have to assume that they have a way to tow the boat. So it's like those three things are like, that's pretty heavy. That's a lot. But even then, I think that probably more people, if everybody in the world knew about the raffle, more people would buy a ticket for a boat than a motorcycle. But it's our audience.
It's our audience.
Yeah.
Like we got 171 people in here, so there's probably only dozens of you.
I'll put it in a poll. Because it's not like, do you want a boat raffle? Because everyone's just be like, yes, do it. It would be more along the lines of, would you?
If you had $25,
yeah.
Do you have a place
to put a boat? Do you have a way to tow a boat? And do you want a boat?
See, like, Chris and I is like, will you modify it to fit a short person? We won't. We don't do modifications here at Brapstar. All we do is tear down so we don't build up. I'm just kidding. But, like, we need to fix our own bikes. We don't really have any room to be modifying anyone else's.
Okay, here's the poll. It's like, I have a way to tow.
It's not I don't have a use for a boat. Everyone has use for a boat, Josh.
Well, yeah, but can you also tow it? I can tow a boat and would use it. Not have a use, would use it. That's what I want to know. Because it's like, that's the big difference. Is like, would you use it if you had it? Because there's some people who are just like, yeah, not everybody fishes. So it's like, would it be a fishing boat? Because some people don't want to fish. Some people ski. And they're like, okay, well, yeah, I would use it. But then, like, if we're giving away like a 14-foot John boat that's set up for fishing, they're like, well, I can't pull anybody on water skis in this thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's there's a lot of variables.
Isn't it that same concept with a motorcycle, though? It's like, okay, we're giving it away. An ADV bike that's super tall. What if the winner is
Definitely.
5 feet tall and only
100%.
does street bikes?
Yeah, every time.
And every time that happens.
When I pick out bikes, I usually try to pick out bikes that are like a little more universally liked.
Well, I'm not
or
saying...
universally easily everyone's able to ride them. Not always. It doesn't always work out like that, but I do try to do that.
But there's also been like 7 times in a row where I'm like, man, this motherfucker got forward controls.
It does happen.
So, I mean, like, we could do a boat, I guess, if more than dozens of people ask for it. But we also could just, like, take you out on a boat. Would that be more interesting than a boat raffle? Like, an experience on a boat raffle? But it's not going to be, like, an experience on a boat raffle like Berth's did, because we ain't got money like that.
Yeah. It would be like us.
It would be like, we take you out on our boat, and it's definitely not good.
Well, we'll find out how it goes, because somebody already won that. It was Papa D.
Well, good
He's just
luck, Papa D.
Well, he's got to recover from his back surgery.
Well,
I don't know if he's in here yet, but he had back surgery, so he's super laid up right now.
Well, we'll have time to practice, is what I mean, like, in between now and then.
I feel like if we gave something, it'd have to be something small like that. Like, not even, like, necessarily John, but just, like, a small, even, like, a deep V. I know people like John boats. I think they're more stable. A deep V, like my little aluminum boat, is what's called a deep V. A John boat is, like, flat bottom.
Okay, no, one more time. What's it called?
A deep V.
Like, the letter V.
Yeah.
A deep V?
Yeah, because it's a V hole.
No. A deep V is what it's called when someone has the lines right here. Like they're so strong, but also so thin that they've got the, like, deep V marks. That's what a deep V is. Like hip bones, V bone, hip bone marks, deep V. So you're saying it's a boat. It's not a skinny person's hip bones.
I keep getting pushed this John boat video with a 300 horsepower engine on it. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, here we go. This is just gonna get my shit claimed so fucking fast. I don't care.
Well, it's like,
It is what it is, dude. People fucking super chat and like, you don't even super chat. Just buy tickets right now. By the way, raffle
yeah,
ends
because
in just
YouTube
a
gets
few
their
hours.
30%. Like,
So, this guy, let's see if we go here. There we go. I keep getting pushed this. When did this come out? 2 years ago. That's crazy. It's getting pushed to me now.
this motherfucker's got 800 subscribers.
Well, I don't know. He might have re-uploaded it for all I know. Oh no, this is him.
No, I'm
So, yeah,
saying
go
it's 2
subscribe.
years ago.
So, I'm glad it's getting pushed to me from a bunch of other people who stole it. So, let me freaking share his. You can go subscribe to him. I'll leave it in the chat. He'll probably still claim it. But because I think there's like a bunch of YouTube shorts that have clipped this and are getting like millions of views. That's what people do.
Man, good.
I just like, here's the
Good,
thing.
because till that fucking happens to you, and then you're like, man, all these motherfuckers taking my shit.
So you can't even be mad at people like clipping your shit anymore and taking it because it just is the way of things.
I know, but like also there's been creators that I've seen who have really fucking suffered because of Facebook when it was totally unregulated and just like people would just do screen recordings of stuff. Anyways, yeah.
Pete, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Pete.
Keeping us alive, dude. Love you, brother. But again, I'll say you can buy a ticket. Pete did buy a ticket, but
Thank you, Pete. Buy another
but
one.
thank you, dude. No, he's bought a ton. He buys them every live stream. He's a good dude. So, anyway, it is just like people are just gonna steal it. At least when we put it on stream, we'll like I put the people's freaking. I don't try to hide who they are. I don't download the video and freaking hide who they are or anything like that. Anyway, let's see this guy fucking rip ass
I'm
on
not
this
saying
motherfucker.
you're part of the problem. I'm just saying that is a problem that exists.
Let me know if we're echoing, by the way. See, this might not even be the video that got pushed to me. The one I got pushed was a 300. This is a 115. And it's on a 17-foot boat. So a 17-foot boat with a 115 is not that wild. Yeah, this isn't that crazy. It's still cool. But like a 17-foot boat with a 115 is... Now, you don't need it because these boats weigh nothing, right? The boat probably weighs like 700 pounds or something like that. So you do not need a 115. But it's not really that crazy to have on there. Even our 19-foot boat, which is heavier than this, is rated up to 150 horsepower. Which is, of course, what we're going to do. This is the one that keeps getting pushed to me, is this guy right here. Okay. With the 300. With a tiller on it, which is wild. That is pretty wild.
That looks like a joke.
It is a joke. It's totally unusable. If you stopped at all, you would immediately... He's got flotation pods on the back. The problem is what happens when you put these big motors on stuff is they're so heavy that they drag the bottom of the boat down. Like these big motors like that, like a 300 horsepower motor like that, that motherfucker probably weighs like 600 pounds, 500 pounds, something like that.
I feel like Freebird should be playing in the background.
So you can't... If your boat has to have enough buoyancy to hold it up. So it's all about that. So it's like if your boat doesn't have enough buoyancy, the ass end of the boat sits so far into the water. It's not that it'll sink just sitting there, but what'll happen is you can capsize it if you hit a wave wrong, or if you stop suddenly, your own wake will overtake. It happens.
I know I'm laughing because it's like you'd have to actually be like a really good captain to be able to do something like that because you would have to know about that shit. You couldn't just be any old asshole and be like, I'm going to put the biggest engine on the smallest boat and I'm going to go so fast. Which is a thing you can do with motorcycles where you're just like, all right, here we go.
Powers up with the Mercury 300R, delivering smooth control and impressive.
Show this AI slop.
Yeah, no, please turn it off because
I know.
like,
I want to hear the engine though. It's so annoying.
I know. I just hate the voice. So
Watch as
much.
this
Oh, that's all. Freaking
Really?
screw
Fucking
off, dude.
fuck you.
1.1 million views.
Are you
See, this is
kidding?
YouTube Shorts in a nutshell, dude.
Are you kidding?
YouTube Shorts are so freaking dumb.
Philip? I heard you. I heard you. He was asking to come in here.
Kristen Acosta is asking because she's short. That's why she asked.
I know, but we just like.
If you, I would,
can't-
yeah, I would say if like we'll
We just don't. Man, we're not even gonna be home for like another 2 months.
yeah, we won't modify it, but we'll say this:
We
if
won't
you
modify
win
it?
it and you're too short to ride it, we will make sure that somebody modifies it for you, like at least with lower shocks, because right now it's got pretty tall shocks on it.
I will not promise that.
I'll promise it. Someone will do it. It'll be a dealership that's local to you, yeah. Or not a dealership, but like a motorcycle shop will
Yeah.
find one that's local to you, and we'll have somebody modify. Because right now it is really tall. Not really tall, like, but tall enough. Because Mike is not a tall guy. He's like 5'6" or 7"
Yeah.
or something like that. Or not. He's not short either. He's just not tall. So, anyway, yes, if you're super short, if there's a way to modify it to fit you, we'll help you out. We won't leave you twisting in the wind, as they say. The Miami device, I believe it's a 103.
You can also just sell it.
Yeah, where you can sell it. Yeah, the AI videos is fucking crazy. I feel like I'm able to identify them really freaking easily.
Oh, instantly. That voice
You know?
is like, there's something about it that like feels like something really sharp in my ears.
It's so unnatural and so horrible that the second I hear it, I don't care. They could be like telling me that I'm about to get freaking sucked up to heaven, where
Yeah, there's
you know
like,
every chick
hey,
has
free blowjobs.
Yeah, every chick is double D's and 10 foot tall,
Like,
and it's
I'd be like,
and it's blowjob Thursday. And one time, while you come, and if they said in an AI voice, I'd be like, you know what, pass.
Fuck no.
I'm not going, dude. I'm not going. It just is like, and so everyone keeps saying that. Everyone keeps going, oh, AI is going to take over. AI is going to put you guys out of a job, or AI is going to do this. And I'm like, man, I just don't buy it. I feel like it's pretty easy for me to spot, even when it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think AI is putting anybody out of a job. Like, no creative.
Well, now I will disagree with you there. It is putting some people out
I
of
said
a
no
job.
creatives. Because,
Um,
like, truly unique creativity is not coming from AI because that shit sucks right now.
That's true.
It's the worst it'll ever be.
It's
So-
the worst it'll ever be, but it'll only ever be as good as a human. So you're just like, okay, AI is only ever as good as you ask it to be. So it's like, if an idiot is asking AI to do stuff, it's going to make idiotic stuff.
No, you're so right. Yeah.
They can't make it, an idiot can't make AI create an Oscar-winning masterpiece. Now, somebody who...
What if you gave Martin Scorsese that AI?
Now that's where it comes in, is like AI is a tool, and an AI used by somebody who is incredibly talented and incredibly creative is a very powerful tool. AI used by an idiot, you're just like, okay, well, you're still an idiot. Like, what do you want here? You're gonna make stuff that's pedantic and boring and derivative.
Oh my god, are we making
You know?
AI dumber?
No, it's that.
As
well,
a human? Oh no! Because
so-
I be asking AI to do some dumb shit too. I do not give my smart topics to AI all the time.
Sick Bay Rider asks, can we give a shout out to Thurman in West Monroe, Louisiana? If your name is Thurman and you live in West Monroe, Louisiana, I'm going to go ahead and give you a shout out, dude, because that dude is probably... that sounds like a motherfucker who
You
keeps
know
it
my
real.
favorite Thurman?
Thurman.
Uma.
I wonder if he says it Thurman or if he says Thurman. Like, I wonder how he says it.
I don't know. We had...
He's got to do it in
You're
a...
one to be thinking about pronunciation the way you said adult yesterday on
Adult?
stream.
What?
Do
I
not
don't say adult
gaslight
weird.
me. I swear to God, that stream is still up and available. You haven't taken it down yet. Somebody can go back and clip the way you said adult. Adult. It's adult, you fucking weirdo.
I was testing to see if people could recognize that was AI. So it's I just don't know. So with AI, I'm like, it's an interesting tool. It's a very powerful tool. It can do a bunch of really cool things. People it'll put out of business, at least on YouTube, because that's what I think of in YouTube terms or motorcycle terms. Certain engineers, maybe, certain types of engineering that AI can run models of. So it's like there's certain engineers who
I guess that
engineer
makes sense.
stuff to like to stress test things, and so it's like maybe AI would like smooth and streamline these processes to a point where you wouldn't need the type of people who you know what I mean. There's like, okay, I could see it like taken away there.
No, I meant like entertainment arts.
Well, I'm trying to think of it in terms of like motorcycles and stuff like that. Entertainment arts though. So what it'll do there, and it's already doing it, like if you make list videos, you should be worried. Because like
I already don't like list videos and never have.
list videos, history
No,
videos.
I love history videos, and they're also bad when they're AI, dude.
Yep, history videos. Now YouTube, I think, will eventually change its algorithm to favor different things. So right now, YouTube's algorithm favors new content and consistent content. YouTube's very good about changing their algorithm to really help people. Right now, my YouTube algorithm kind of sucks, and it's because of AI.
I know.
Because of AI slop, because YouTube used to kind of favor channels that were uploading a lot. It wanted to reward channels that were uploading frequently. And so what it has happened is AI channels are people. So there's always a person behind it. This is not all automated. There's a person or usually a team of people behind these. And so it's been rewarding those channels because they're able to upload consistently. So where this becomes a problem is like history channels and stuff like that, where there's a lot of like evergreen history content out there where you're like, this was video might have made 6-7 years ago, but it's like a masterpiece. It's great. They did a very good job, like high level graphics, hand-drawn stuff, independent research. Like they're just an amazing job. But
Bobby Broccoli.
those are getting pushed down by AI slot videos that are like not necessarily giving you false information, but they're just going like,
just watered
give me
down.
a YouTube summary of the Battle of the Bulge. Give
Wait,
me a
is that a
YouTube.
real thing?
Of course it is.
The Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah. Or
No, full stop. They were thinking of battles. And they're like, what are we gonna...
in fact, I bet if I put that in there,
The
there's
Battle
probably an
of
AI
the
video on it.
Bulge?
Yeah.
The Bulge.
Let's
Whose
see.
bulge? Whose bulge were they battling over? Oh, it's in 1965. This is gonna be some sad shit.
So this one's first one coming up. We'll screen share with you guys. First one coming up is from 2 years ago. So that's not going to
They've
be
been
AI.
fighting for the bulge that long.
Then 7 years ago. And these are the kind of creators that I hate to see it AI put down. But though, look, YouTube might already be changing its algorithm. Either that or AI hasn't
think
gotten
it
around to
has.
Battle of the Bulge yet.
I think it has because like I'm already getting less AI content, but that's also because I'll be like, hey YouTube, don't recommend me this shit. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Because my lane of AI content that I get all the time, yours is boats. And like mine is nature. Because
Nature is right, because people just go, give me
I'm like, give me some nature content.
Right.
And they're like, you want the 10 craziest birds?
So, let me get another beer. Another 3 beers.
Honestly, dude, I am unloyal when it comes to nature narrators. As long as they're not AI, I do not care. But I don't care how many bodies that man has. I love Garth Brooks doing nature.
He's a great
Documentaries.
documentarist. Yeah.
He's great. He can keep the bodies.
So, yeah, there's a bunch of AI, Bigfoot and Sasquatch things too. So we'll go like, give me a YouTube script about the top 10 craziest birds.
I thought you were going to
Right.
say bulges. Hee hee, tee hee.
And so like it does this. It's almost instantaneous, but
All right,
you
hey,
can
wait, can I read it?
this. Yeah, sure.
You gotta take over once my dad's ready. Hey, bird brains and wild wings. Okay, just kidding. My dad's ready.
So it's like, hey, bird brains and wild wings, welcome back to Bird Star, where today we're counting down the top 10 craziest birds on planet Earth. From disco dancers to nightmare beaks, you're about to meet the wildest, weirdest, and most wonderfully unhinged feathered freaks the animal kingdom has to offer. Ready? Let's get loony, which is a pun because a loony is a bird.
5 bodyguards, 4 bodyguards.
Shoebill stork, and it even
Soar,
says
high as a crow.
a footage or photo of shoebill stork with an intense stare. At number 10, we've got the shoebill stork, nature's answer to the question, what if Big Bird went goth? This bird is 4 feet tall, stares like it knows your secrets, and has a bill the size of a sneaker. Bonus, it makes it sound like a machine gun.
What if Big Bird went goth? Make it show us a picture.
Yeah, so
Make it show us a picture.
we could, but I want to stay on track. Yeah, we can't like you.
I hate
you can't
staying
do
on
that.
track.
So you can already see exactly what it's doing. So it's giving you 10. And so this really even wouldn't be a video because it's like this right here isn't long enough, right? It's not a long enough description. Like
Yeah.
you could read this whole thing about maybe 5 minutes would be a good enough video, or you can make Instagram shorts or something like that. But these are like 3 sentences. So then you'd be like, no, I need it longer, right? You'd be like, okay, be like, this is good, but make each bird's bit 5 minutes read time and length, right? That you would be like, okay, it's not long enough. So we need more facts. We need to kind of puff it out a little bit because we need to get over that 10-minute mark to have. Sure, and now we get a 10-minute long one. So this is a 10-minute read. So, 5 minutes read time and length. So this video with top 10 birds, this would be an hour-long video,
Oh
which is way too long,
God,
right?
chill. Yeah. Who do you think you are, Game of Thrones?
So this is now it takes it up to 750 to 900 words per bird. And so now you see, now it goes like, let's kick off our countdown. Bird that flew straight to Jurassic Park, crashed into Sesame Street, the one and only shoebill stork, some call it whalehead, or if you want to get technical, Balaniceps rex. Seriously, it's a living fossil, a gothic muppet, and maybe the only bird in the world that can give you nightmares and make you laugh at the same time. And it even gives you on-screen footage, right? Now you might think, how crazy can a stork really be? Well, let me paint you a picture. The shoebill stands about 4 or 5 feet. Wait, we can do some music for this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also having AI make the goth big bird since you wouldn't do it for me. It's creating the image right now.
Here we go.
Bro, you're putting the Half-Life soundtrack on?
Now you might think, how crazy can a stork really be? Well, let me paint you a picture. The shoebill stands about 4 or 5 feet tall. Yeah, a little taller than your average third grader, and it has a wingspan that can hit 8 feet. But the first thing you notice is that beak. Imagine somebody glued a worn-out wooden clog to the front of a dinosaur, gave it a serrated hook at the tip, and then set it loose to glare at you. That's a shoebill. Right? So, I don't know, there's more than one way to read it.
Yeah. Wait, the shoebill photo's almost ready. Goth big bird.
And so this is still pretty, still pretty tame, right? You're just like,
Yeah,
okay,
but
this is
what
very
makes
normal.
it funny is you reading it, not the words that you're saying. You could literally read anything and it would be funny because of the way that you're saying it with the Half-Life and the
So what I would do is, write me this same script. Let's take it down a
Make
little
it
bit
silly.
with 2 minute long. I made it a little long.
Do a silly one.
Bird descriptions, but then we'll go like, okay, but with a redneck from Louisiana spelled that wrong. It'll know. Who is not sure what a bird is as the narrator. So I'm like, you could, and it'll do that too.
I want to shout out to Vincidius, because he said he thought the music was Left 4 Dead, which was close. But
Close.
every time your intro rolls, like your countdown for your video, you know, pill 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I always go, pills here. And that joke is a joke from Left 4 Dead. Like, it was
nice.
something Bill would say. And I'm always like, I wonder if anyone out there is laughing at me going, pills here!
Insidious, apparently.
And I'm like, oh, thank God Vincidius is laughing. Because, like, I thought that was just for me.
Now, this is a person who's not sure what a bird is. Which I think is, to me, that's a very funny concept. Is like a person who's like never seen a bird, but he has to talk about birds. This is what I like to do to AI.
Yeah.
Is to like make it do things, be like, tell me what this means from the perspective of a person who doesn't know what it means. I think there's funny things to do to AI that kind of make it break. It breaks very easily. That's why I feel like it's so easy to tell the content. We need music
It's
for this.
always in the same, like, it's written in the same voice. Like, it's got the same formula of words that it uses and sentence structure. It's not unique at all.
Okay, we got to use my Shade Tree Surgeon, well used by you Billy music
Almost
for this
definitely.
one. Well, howdy, y'all. It's Channel Name coming at you from the heart of Louisiana. Today we're talking about the top 10 craziest birds. Now, full honesty, I'm still not sure what a real bird even is. They're like skyfish, right? Or maybe they're just lizards with jackets. Either way, buckle up. Let's get weird. Number 10, the shoebill stork. First off, we got this big old critter called the shoebill stork. Folks say it's a bird, but I swear it looks like a swamp gator got itself a Halloween mask. This thing is as tall as my cousin Ricky, with a beak big enough to park a John Deere in. Just stands in the mud, staring at you like you owe it money. That beak, that ain't for eating corn, no. Grabs them big old lung fish, just wham, like me snagging a catfish out of the Appalachia. Sometimes I'd eat baby gators too. I seen it on YouTube, swear on my grandma's biscuits. We gotta get Joe to read this one, that would be so funny.
Oh my God, yes, please, where's Joe?
And get this. When it wants to talk to its friends, it don't holler or sing. It starts clacking its bill together like my cousin Mabel at a crawfish bowl. You know Mabel be clacking, dude. You gotta let the hands cluck. Anyway, that's a shoebill. Mean mugs. Oh man. It's okay. We'll still have it. Internet.
I think Bilbo got up and
Was it Bilbo that did it?
I don't even think we lost anything.
We lost power. It was
No,
just
we didn't
that?
lose power.
Yeah. Okay.
We're still going. Because all that you did was your monitors turned off.
All right.
No, we didn't even lose anything. We're still going.
Cool.
Sorry, guys. Bilbo turned off the computer. Because your laptop is what's running.
Sound like someone firing off a shotgun in a barn. Nature's got a sense of humor, huh? Anyway, that's the shoebill. Mean mug, swamp gang, probably part dinosaur. But again, I ain't even really sure what a bird is. Okay, so that's a fun thing to do that I like to do to AI. See, when you do that, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
A sick bay rider says it's not, the AI is pretty close to people he knows in Louisiana.
No, that was really, really good. You're very good at voices.
Oh my God, I did like 6 different country accents when I did that. I wasn't even that good. Thank you though. I kept like going back and forth. I do like 4 or 5 different country accents. There's like
Nobody would know that who's not from the South, though.
I can't even do a Kunas, which is a Louisiana accent.
That's what I'm saying is nobody who's not from the South, like, if you're not from the South, you don't fucking know the difference between different Southern accents. That's like us trying to tell the difference between all the different British accents. We're like, I don't know, you all sound like Dobby.
They do. You ever hear a British person talk?
That's what I'm saying. That's how other people feel about
They're just
us.
like, oh wait, where's the beans? Dobby's a free elf.
So how we feel about the bean people, the bean
Yeah.
people feel about us, but baked bean style, I think. Or do they eat baked beans there?
They're like just beans and tomato sauce. It's fucking weird, dude.
That's fucking freaks, man.
Let's pull up. We can pull up a coon ass accent.
I don't think I think
No, it's not. It's
no, I'm just like
oh. It's just what I could call it. Coon asses, dude. I didn't make the name.
be like Creole.
They have like a weird like lilt up at the end.
Yeah.
Because there's French in it.
You need to hit the refresh on the screen share just because we lost it.
You wrestle them alligators?
I don't wrestle, but I catch them.
You do?
I catch them. Well, look, I got a good tape in that Gator Boys.
Yeah.
They're from Florida. Matter of fact, it filmed in Everglades in Florida. Gator Boys. There's two boys that they wrestle.
And this isn't even like
Yeah, I can understand him perfectly.
yeah. No, I can too. But like this isn't even
What do
like
you
a
But
like
if-
a Creole accent because Creole is also like, but it's got like Creole
Yeah.
stuff in it. It's weird, dude.
I mean, if-
Louisiana accents are bizarre.
If you made this person British,
Once you shoot them, they sink to the
like
bottom.
equally
yeah.
as British as this person is Southern, I would not be able to understand them.
You either go in water.
All right, now let's look. I want to do a Creole accent because those are weird, super weird.
I thought we were staying on topic here.
Yeah, we are. I don't know. Someone might have to send me one of a good one.
Coach, Tiger Nation believes you put together a team of destiny. This group seems special to you. What did you just say to them?
You know, just go out and play an LSU standard performance. Let's go play our game. It'll be a tremendous opportunity for our football team. This is a great.
That's it. He doesn't have that much of an accent, but
Yeah,
it's
I
his
don't know.
well,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
the cadence
it's a
of his
cadence.
voice.
It's a weird cadence thing.
C'était dur. Je croyais juste le monde riche parlait l'anglais. Je croyais le monde qui parlait l'anglais, c'était riche.
Like I said, dude, Louisiana is not part of America.
Not even English.
Commencé à parler l'anglais.
It's not part of America. Of course, like, dude, freaking New Orleans has been a city since way before America was a country.
Fair.
So they're like, because I was just like Louisiana is not America. It's somewhere. It's something different. But it's like that's because it's like New Orleans has been a port. Like Napoleon was hanging out in New Orleans. Like there's bar stools in bars in New Orleans that are older than the country of America.
They got fucking ice cream there?
Bar stools? Oh yeah, Napoleon. Yeah. It's weird.
Bar stools? That's what you
okay.
got from. Come on.
All right, who should we have tell us about the shoe bill stork next? It's done every bird, by the way. I just have now we're on the shoe bill, so I don't want to get past the shoe bill. I feel like the shoe bill is where it's at, but we could do the cockapoo too as in a Louisiana man who doesn't know what a bird is. Now here's a parrot that don't fly. Well, how would you even know what birds do? See, this is where ChatGPT breaks because you're like, okay, how do you know birds fly if you don't even know what a bird is? So,
Other things fly, butterflies.
yeah, but there's nothing about that says it should fly, right?
Other things fly. Dragonflies. Jeremy Griffin, we appreciate you, brother. Goes, yeah, any cool trips planned for the summer? We're gonna try to go to Born Free, but I never know. So, What?
well, I don't know. I mean, we could break down.
Well, sure, but we would still be going to Born Free. That's the
That's the
plan.
whole thing when people want to go with us. They're like, oh, I
Oh
want to go
no,
with you, Born
no
Free.
one's invited, but
But I'm just like, dude, we
We'll see
might
you
break
there.
down. Like, if you actually want to go to Born Free, don't ride with us.
well, also just don't ride with us in general.
And also, like, I never know when we're gonna leave. Like, people have to
Also,
take.
I just don't.
Like, people are like, well,
want
what
to.
time are you leaving? What day? I'm like, I don't know. I have no fucking clue, dude.
Well, I just don't necessarily want to ride with a stranger. I don't think.
That's the other thing too. It's just like people
Like I might have.
because we do things a very different way, dude, and it's like the way we do
it's like,
shit is not for
trust
everybody.
me, you're not gonna want to pull over and watch us film something 10 times. It's gonna get really fucking annoying the 4th time we do it in half an hour. I felt really bad when my drone wasn't working, and I was like, sorry guys, I know it's really hot and there isn't any sun coverage, but this twisty right here, trust me, it looks so good. And I used that drone footage. If you go to my Sturgis trip, I pissed off 5 people to get that shot for like an hour.
Swamp News says, have you ever thought about going to Kick? Kick is weird, dude. I don't know. There's no audience for us there.
Wait, what?
Kick. It's a streaming service.
Oh no, that's where like the Freakazoids stream.
Yeah. But it's like
We're
Kick
weirdos,
is,
not Freakazoids.
Kick is like it's all like
I can't match that.
IRL streaming and
Yeah.
gaming stuff.
That's where like
And I'm like, what the fuck are? There's nobody there who watches us.
That's Johnny Salami, right?
Yeah. It's people like doing like fucking with people in real life and like
dude,
doing
I don't wanna
weird
go
shit
to
like that.
Kick.
I'm just like, nah, dude, I'm good. It's just weird. People ask like, you can go to Rumble. You go to this.
Rumble?
Rumble's just like a YouTube competitor. But I'm just like, why?
That sounds like a video game.
The people who go there are always like political people.
You could tell me
It's always political people.
Rumble is a new app like Grindr, and I'd believe you.
Corey Bodiger says, I tried posting a link of a video of a creator showing how AI will actually deceive you, and it's really good at it. I'd be interested to see it. I would watch it. Email it to me.
Oh, follow up on the winner. Michael says, I hope winner's in the chat or at least answers.
Oh,
the winner.
yeah,
We
so-
got in touch with the winner.
Yeah, we got in
She
touch
was
with
asleep. It was a she. It was a girl dragon. Remember we said that? Why she was asleep at 10 p.m., whatever time we called her? Brand new baby. She just got a brand new baby.
I don't know where she got it from. I didn't ask.
I think it was hers.
Oh, okay. Well, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, I believe she birthed that baby.
Oh, okay. I thought you said she got a baby, like what, she went down to the store and bought it?
No, I think it was the stork, the
Gotcha.
spoonbill, maybe. What the heck is that?
What is... I ain't sure what a real bird is.
But the stork, the stork delivers the babies to the raffle winners.
Yeah. So, she answered. She's going to get the bike dropped off. Very cool. It's actually worked out perfect for her because she has a kid already. She's got an 11-year-old and maybe she got more than just the 11-year-old and
I
the
think she
baby.
said she had 2 kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the baby and 11-year-old is 2 kids. Well,
I think she says she has 3 kids.
But they just got their youngest or their
No, she's
oldest,
not riding at home.
Yeah, she just got her oldest. Yeah, she's got a brand new kid.
Yeah,
She
she's
ain't
got a
riding it.
brand new baby. She's not going nowhere.
They just got their oldest kid a dirt bike. And she says they live in an area where it's like kind of rural. So they live in a neighborhood. And I've been in neighborhoods like this, but they say everyone in the neighborhood just rides dirt bikes everywhere because it's a little bit rural and like they ride them around the lake and just like, so it's that kind of neighborhood that's kind of like that. Some people know what I'm talking about. To other people who live in the city or live in HOAs, they'll be a very foreign concept to you. But there are a lot of neighborhoods like that all over the country where it's just people just ride around dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and it's not like a trailer park. It's like a regular like suburban kind of neighborhood. It does exist. So she said that's perfect because they'll literally, because I was telling her, I was like, hey, this is kind of a specific bike. Like it's not a dirt bike. It is a dirt bike, but it's not, you're not going to be like going out and racing this thing or like bombing the trail. It's also only goes like 55. Like it's kind of a specific bike for a specific purpose. But she goes like, oh, it's perfect because we'll just like ride with our son. And it's like the perfect,
So
it
nice.
is the perfect bike to do that with. So a lot of people would have used it a lot of different ways. And I would have probably, if somebody else had won it, I would have also, and they had told me like, I'm going to use it to get beer every day or cigarettes in the morning or something. I'd be like, it's awesome. It's perfect for them because they use it for this. You know what I
It's
mean?
a great bike for alcoholics.
Yeah. But I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's a cool story. I'm glad she's not just like, yeah, it sounds cool. We'll just stick it in the garage. They're like, no, it'll see use. Like, we'll literally, the second it gets dropped off, we will start using it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Very cool. I'm gonna use the bathroom. We'll be right back.
I don't think this new mom will be getting cigarettes and beer every day at the gas station, but she seems sweet. I don't know if I can do a southern accent like Josh can do. I'm looking at this AI script of birds, and I don't know if I have the confidence to go in the way Josh goes in with these accents, because I don't do accents. I don't even feel like I have a southern accent even. No, I don't think she'll be adding any like baby strap to the motorcycle. But I do remember when that was a thing. I don't know if it still is. When they would like just, I don't know if that was a thing anyone else remembers. I know the chat's a little bit older, so you guys might remember being strapped to the back of a bicycle in this like weird baby seat. I never see those anymore. Now it's like a whole ass like separate tow behind for the bicycle. It's never just like a seat on the back of a bike, which is what my mom had when she was bicycling. But I do not believe that will be the situation either for this brand new mother. We're just going to deliver the bike to her. Yeah, I've heard all you guys talk and none of you have southern accents. So, but I don't know if I'm the good person to be judging from that because from the South. Yeah, we're giving it away at 10.
10. Which means you're going to hang out with us for the next 3 hours. 2 hours. It's cool. I got the next. Anyone suggest a freaking another AI voice, dude? I was having fun with that. Be like, forget it. I was having fun with that. We're going back to it. I've got another one if nobody else does. All right. We're going to write this again, but as Stephen King. And he is writing the bird as the most evil intra-dimensional
Oh my
villain.
god, he has that. There, do you remember in It when one of the boys is running away from the bird and the bird keeps pecking at him? It's like a giant bird.
Oh yeah, that was a scary one.
That was a really scary part of the book. And I remember reading that part and we pulled over for gas because I read all of it on my motorcycle, like doing the audiobooks. We pulled over for gas. And you're like, how you feeling? And I was like, fucking terrible. Terrible. And you're like, okay.
All right,
what's going on?
We need Stephen King music. Not Valve again. We just did Valve. That would work. Maybe a different one. Some like atmospheric, scary video game music. Maybe
Resident
like
Evil?
I have no idea what Resident Evil. For all I know, it could be like beep boop beep boop boop beep boop boop. Like what does Resident Evil music sound like?
I'm like thinking about scary games, and that was the game that was scary.
Okay, no, but what about a scary game that you remember the music and the music was scary?
Oh, Luigi's Mansion.
Anybody? Chat?
Please.
Anybody in the chat?
Oh,
Dimitri's in the chat. What's up, brother? The Cajun Navy is awesome. So much respect. Yeah, dude. Louisiana's a crazy
the Silent
place.
Hill games were scary.
Yeah, it's like that's what I thought. I remember Resident Evil being like techno, which is weird. Dimitri's. We'll go with Dimitri's. Dying Light music.
That's what I was saying. I was saying Resident Evil, but they told me no. Sorry, me and Jeffrey are gonna go sit in the corner with our being techno. That'll do.
Ooh, I'm into it. That'll work. All right.
Wait, can my goth Big Bird now be brought to the screen?
Oh, yeah,
for this
yeah.
one,
Okay,
at
well,
least?
let me stop.
Because I tried to airdrop you.
Oh yeah,
to
I thought you did airdrop it to
I
me.
did. You denied it.
Okay.
And you told us to stay on track. I was like, bitch, I got a goth ass Big Bird. This is so on topic right now.
I mean, come on now. What are we supposed to do? We can change it.
Ah, his boots, dude.
We can change it if
I
you
didn't
want.
even look at it.
We don't have to do this.
What? No, I love it. Look
Oh,
at this.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I like this
No,
too.
I liked it. You,
Oh, okay.
you told me no with the Big Bird. I love Big Bird.
No, not Big Bird. I'm talking about like just reading AI. The
Yeah, no, I'm
AI
down.
stuff.
I
Okay,
said down.
okay.
No, I'm down. I like
Okay.
it. I'm gonna.
I'm putting the Big Bird up there so people have a visual.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna create the visuals for all of these because I've got GPT on my phone.
Okay.
He says, this is the Gothic Big Bird, ready to haunt your dreams and maybe your playlist too.
Intro, ominous atmospheric synths. Host sits in a dimly lit study, the wind rattling an old window behind him.
Down just a little bit so it's like lower than your voice. Yeah.
Welcome, constant readers, and those who've wandered in by accident or perhaps by fate. Tonight we peer beyond the veil, into the shadows between realities. Birds, you say? Oh yes, birds, but not the harmless songbirds of children's fairy tales. These are creatures that flutter at the edge of nightmares, slipping through the cracks in the fabric of our world. Here are the top 10 craziest birds, each a harbinger, a warning, a villain from the beyond. The shoebill stork. The shoebill stork, Balaniceps rex. Its name rings ancient, like something whispered in the dead of night by a dying man in the swamps of Central Africa. This monstrosity waits patient, silent, as motionless as a corpse in a mortuary drawer. Its eyes, pale and unblinking, do not see as you see or I see. They
This motherfucker's
peer
from
through
Africa?
time, through dimensions. That beak, a nightmare of bone and keratin, impossibly wide, a parody of it. This is bad. This one sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not very good.
I don't like this one as much.
Also, because like when I imagine Stephen King's narrator, it's always the one guy who does.
It's not even that. It just was written badly. See,
Yeah,
this
well,
is
that
like,
too. It's not even
yeah.
written like Stephen King. Stephen King would be like, I don't know.
I can't write like Stephen King. Nobody
So
does.
you could ask it. So you could ask it to fix it. I could go like, write this again, but in a narrative tone of a wandering man in a horrific world. I don't know.
I don't know.
See, now it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. You find the limits of AI very quickly. It's not a tool. It's a tool for writing in so much as like, it's like a fancy thesaurus.
Makes your rough drafts for you.
It can make rough drafts for you, but you have to be very careful. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're using AI to write your Instagram captions and make them sound deep, I can tell.
Like I said, there is a it's almost a formula. It feels like the way that AI writes, almost like Shakespearean.
I can tell you what it is. It's AI writes when you ask it to write something. So let's say, okay, let's do this. We'll start a new chat. And we'll go, because I'm talking about motorcycle people, which is fine. I'll use ChatGPT to your heart's content. Just like what's going to happen as more and more people use it. Right now, ChatGPT it's literally like Google. When Google first came out, not everybody used it. But Google is insane. They're like, how do you know that? When you know something, right? How How do you know that? Be like, yo, I Googled it. Right? And now everybody knows. And if somebody doesn't know something, be like, what, you've never Googled it? You fucking imbecile? It's so widely known. And even so widely known that if you have Googled it and you've gone, and the first few things that Google says are wrong, and someone be like, oh, it's this. And you're like, actually, if you'd bothered to pierce a little deeper past that, I can tell you just Googled this. Because that's what Google says right at the beginning. But if you go a little deeper, it's actually, you know what I mean? Yes. So that's like, it's like Google.
Yes.
And so what will happen is, as it becomes more and more widely used, even like people in their 60s and 70s will be able to spot this. They're like, oh, you used AI to do this. Because everyone will use it. And it will just become like Google, where you're like, oh, what do you mean you didn't do this? Oh, you obviously don't know how to use AI well. I can tell you used AI, but badly. Right now, it seems amazing. Because when you meet somebody, before Google was on your phone, you meet someone before that and they just know something off the top of your head. You're like, wow, you should be on Jeopardy.
Oh my God.
So that's what it's like.
I know. It just makes me want to go back and watch some old content creators' videos and be like, like videos from a few years ago when AI was bad and they were using AI badly, but it was still good at the time for them, you know?
Yeah. So, let's do this. Be like, write me an Instagram caption that summarizes my 1,000-mile motorcycle trip in a... No, I'm dead serious. Like, this is what you
dude.
see.
Welcome.
I'm going to read this and people are like, I saw 10 people post this.
Yeah, not only that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
And I do this all the time because I'm like, I'll look at it. And if someone ever goes like, damn, why do I like Shade Tree Surgeon stuff? Like the way he writes and speaks better than somebody else who wrote something that sounds like it. It's like, because I actually write mine. I'm not saying, plenty of other people write theirs too.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
there's a lot of creators that write their own stuff. It just will stand out when the person doesn't.
You know, if you don't have a voice, if all of a sudden, I've seen a lot too. I've seen other people start using it. It's like, oh, damn, your captions change into a different voice all of a sudden. You know, like,
some people don't even read captions though, you know?
Not everyone does it.
You know, some people just be scrolling, liking away.
Let me see. In a epic, thoughtful, and inspiring way. Okay, let's see what this comes up with. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna throw up. I've literally seen this Instagram caption like 100 times.
1,000 miles in the saddle, chasing horizons and finding pieces of myself in the wind. Every mile was a lesson, every sunrise a gift. Here's to the roads that shape us and the courage to keep riding no matter where they lead. Yeah, it's like, okay. It's like, okay. I'm just like, it's drivel. Now on its surface, it's shiny on the surface. Sure. You're like, damn, dude, it sounds deep on the surface. What's doing is pulling from all this shit. And it's fine. It's not even that bad. Even if somebody wrote this, I'd be like, okay. It just is like, you can see it right here. Okay, what does it begin with? So this is how you can tell when something's AI. Or not always, I guess. I should say that, not always. But an easy way to tell is that it writes like it's in English 1 in college. It writes, okay, what's the first thing you do? Set the scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
1,000 miles in the saddle. Okay, now I know what we're doing. I know where we are. I know what's happening. You've said saddle, right? You've said 1,000 miles. Like it writes like an instruction manual from your English professor. Like, this is how you write a fucking 2-sentence long thing encapsulating a motorcycle trip. Okay, we want it to be thoughtful, though. We want it to be insightful, like motorcycle trips. Like, okay, you go on a motorcycle trip to find yourself, so I want it to be thoughtful. So, okay, 1,000 miles in the saddle. We've set the scene. We know we're on a motorcycle. We know we're going 1,000 miles. Chasing horizons, okay. We've said, okay, that's what we're doing. That's a common kind of thing that motorcyclists say, chasing horizons. Finding pieces of myself in the wind. That's a pretty good line. I think it's hokey.
I think that was the
right?
worst line.
No. I'm just saying, like, yeah, you say that because it's like, it's very cringy. But it's like finding pieces of myself in the wind. Like, if you tweaked
That's
that slightly,
the most robot thing.
you know,
because
it is very robotic.
robots have pieces of themselves. We don't as humans. I am built as one unit. I don't have any extra pieces.
So, what AI always does is they write like the most basic instructions from English 101. And they always have a beginning, a middle, and an end. They tell a story. That's how AI writes if you don't give it any other parameters. Which people who aren't good at using it, that's how they use it.
I like Dimitri's suggestion.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a very good suggestion.
Can you please do that
Yeah.
with the bird thing?
Yeah. Right?
Let's go back to birds.
Again, but as a third grader who,
Shout out
what
to,
do you say?
As an uneducated third grader.
Who has been held back twice
Shout out to Dimitri, by the
Right.
way. He makes all of
and
our...
has fetal alcohol syndrome.
Dimitri makes all our extracts in Oregon.
There we go. I rode my motorcycle really, really far, like 1,000 miles. Sometimes was hard, sometimes butt hurt, but did not give up. I saw cool stuff, went fast, made happy. If you keep trying, you can go really far too. I actually like this one better.
No. Okay, now do it. Now do it if J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys wrote it.
All right. Rode out 1,000 miles deep on my steel horse, keeping it realer than real. Know what I'm saying? Hit the road, caught mad vibes, got my soul tuned in that open air system. Life's like a long ride, sometimes bumpy, sometimes smooth, but you gotta keep it gangster and roll through. Respect the journey, fam. So it's like, AI can be funny.
That was
It can
so
be really
funny.
It's also just like, you can
Randy, pull your
immediately...
pants up.
So look at all of these. They all tell the same story.
That was so fun.
So it's just like,
Thank you for doing
they all
that
do the
for
same
me.
thing. It's like here's the setup. I rode my motorcycle really, really far, 1,000 miles. 1,000 miles in the saddle. Rolled out 1,000 miles deep on my steel horse. So this one says motorcycle out loud, really, really far, like 1,000 miles. This one says 1,000 miles in the saddle, letting the reader know the person is riding a motorcycle. Rolled out 1,000 miles deep on my steel horse. These all do exactly the same thing in exactly the same place. So you're like, this is, to me, that makes AI as visible as a fucking pimple in the middle of a forehead. Like, it's just like, it's so fucking obvious. If somebody's
funny.
using it who just downloaded it yesterday, you can use it. I'm not saying I can't be fooled. I could surely be fooled. But if I got fooled by somebody using AI at very well, then I got fooled by somebody who's creative and
Yeah.
using it really well.
You know,
like, okay, you're a creative person who's using it well. You fooled me.
What got me was the people doing up fake Porsches. And I was like, yo, Josh, come look at this Porsche. He's like, yo, that Porsche ain't real. That ain't a real colored Porsche. And I was like, no, it's definitely... I was like, it's a photographer who posted it. And I showed him, and he's like... I did a little digger deeping, and I was like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I,
got
felt bad
tricked
about
by
that.
the robot. By the
I deleted a comment, which I rarely do. There was this weird AI freaking thing where somebody had like a fake squid. They made up this story about it. And I was like, this is AI. But I always double check. So I was like, let me search this and make sure that it's AI, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't even bother searching that far because it was only on one website. So I'm like, oh, this is somebody trying to... Anyway, it was like this bullshit. And I made a post. I was just like, bro... And I broke it down. I was like, here's how you can tell it's AI. Here's some discrepancies in the video. Like, it's quite good. But here's why you can tell it's AI. And immediately there was like, because there was thousands of comments on the video, and everyone was like, this is so beautiful. This is people should be more like animals. Animals truly love each other. It was just like some Facebook fucking boomer shit of people going on here and being like, I can't believe the kitty person saved the baby or something. It was so obvious.
Oh, yeah. No,
And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, come on, man. And so I kind of broke it down, not in a mean way, but I was like, this is slop. And then also, like, part of it had a squid hiding in a piece of bamboo on the bottom of the ocean. Which to me, I was just like, and by the way, bamboo doesn't sink. Like, and everything else.
Also, freshwater.
Yeah, and anyway, whatever. It was supposed to be saltwater.
Whatever.
Anyway, whatever.
I don't think bamboo.
And so immediately there was like a dozen comments being like, you just played yourself. It's not AI. I found it on this website. It's a real fucking thing. And everyone kept saying that. And I'd like, oh, dude, yeah, I looked that up too. That was the first website. It's the only website it's on. It's the only video on that website. And it's nowhere else. And I was like, I'm just deleting this. I'm not doing this. I don't need this kind of anger in my life. I was like, you guys have fun. Have fun with the video, I guess.
Brain rot.
Like, have fun, man. I don't care.
It's
Do
brain rot.
your thing. I'll be right back.
Okay. I saw lots of comments about the Trailer Park Boys. It's my first time watching Trailer Park Boys. But so yes, that's why there's been so many Trailer Park Boys references lately. Josh has already seen it, but now it's fresh in his head because we're now like on to the seasons where Netflix owns it. Like, I think there's only like 1 or 2 seasons left that I haven't seen. Like, I'm into the stuff where Trailer Park Boys is not as good as it used to be, but it's still good. I still laugh. I'm still having a good time. So is Bilbo. Know what I'm saying? So, and man, sometimes I'd be feeling like Bubbles for real, and sometimes I'd be feeling like J-Rock for real. So, but you know, it's not that weird that this is my first time seeing it. I've really just like missed out on a lot of like big shows like that. I also just listened to Metallica for the first time. So I just missed out on a whole like section of media that I should have. Letterkenny is not better, dude. Letterkenny is literally, it's like they took Trailer Park Boys and then they ran it through ChatGPT and then Letterkenny got spit out. That's how I feel about it. Know what I'm saying? Keep it trill, dog. I wonder, it probably could do Shade Tree Surgeon. I think we've done this before and it knows his voice.
Oh, you're talking to have it read like a Shade Tree Surgeon?
That's what somebody said. And I was
It'll
like, yeah,
do
I
it.
think it did it.
It does
I
it.
think
It
we've
just-
done that before.
It does it like the real biker voice, is what it does. Where I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
brother! Like it does it
Yeah,
like
it does
that.
the brother
Yeah.
voice.
Oh, it does that. It just goes off like your most easily accessible, most popular videos. So. Let's see. Immediately. Look, and it does. I mean, it sounds like somebody like pretending to be me. Hell yeah! Here's your 1,000-mile caption and the unmistakable voice of Shade Tree Surgeon, Florida man, purveyor of questionable life choices, philosopher of the
you a
open
Florida man?
road, and full-time bad idea enthusiast.
Wow, dude, ChatGPT thinks you're a Florida man.
1,000 miles on the clock, a head full of bugs, and a heart full of bad ideas, baby. Chased the sun, outran my problems, made questionable decisions at questionable gas stations, and somehow found a little more of myself in every stretch of empty highway. Life ain't about playing it safe. It's about twisting that throttle, getting weird, and seeing where the road spits you out. Stay weird, ride far, and never let them tell you what's possible. I'm like, okay. So it's a weird thing. So that's definitely a weird thing. Like if you have, it's not even that I'm that famous, right? Because that's not how ChatGPT works. Someone's just like, oh shit, you're famous enough that ChatGPT knows who you are. I've created enough content that ChatGPT can make a Shade Tree Surgeon model. So it's like if you've made 100 videos, maybe ChatGPT can't make a model on you. I've created like 1,500 videos.
Does it tell you
What do you mean?
how many videos you have? Like, is there
Yeah,
something
but
you
I've
can click
deleted
real
a bunch.
fast?
I think it's like 1,100 or something
I just didn't
like
know if
that
there's
that
something
are
I
actually
could
still
click,
up.
like pull up and click real fast.
There's a
and be
place
like,
I can
this
see.
many videos.
But it's like I've made, over the past 15 years, I've made, 1,500 videos. I've made so many hours of content, days, weeks, years of, not years, but weeks of content. Months maybe, I don't know. That ChatGPT can make a model of me, but it's just like, to me, I look at that, I'm like, oh, that sounds nothing like me. It just like uses some words that I would use. The bad ideas. So it's like that's something that I'm always like, yeah, go out, have some bad ideas and follow them through. But it gets none of the like, why would I say have a bad idea? Like it gets none of the feeling of how I would write that. So if I were to write this, I would rewrite this and make it sound like me. I would maybe make it sound like, I would be like, okay, I want to say do some bad ideas, but I want to have it sound in a way that makes you happy, not just that it's a bad idea. Questionable decisions at questionable gas stations. I'm just like, I would never write like that because this sounds very self-aggrandizing, and I try not to do that.
Damn.
It
Do we
makes me
spend that much time at the fucking stab and grab?
Anybody on a motorcycle does. Motorcycles have to stop at a gas station about every 100 to 150 miles. So as a motorcyclist, you be hanging out at some gas stations. Whereas in a car, you can go 500, 600
tell you.
miles without stopping.
I didn't hang out at questionable gas stations until I started riding with other people. I usually wouldn't hang out at the gas station. But one time I went for a ride with a group of people and we pulled over at the gas station and motherfuckers bought beers. And I was like, what? And it was like, it's fine. I don't give a fuck if you're going to drink. Like, it's not about that. It's just like, where is that a roadie? Like, you putting that in your cup holder? Like,
I'll drink a beer. I've drank a beer at a gas station before.
Everybody just like stood up against the gas station, like they were like, like King of the Hill, just like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I was like, this is the weirdest group ride I've ever been on. I was like, do you guys always do this? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it like 4 more times. There's another gas station up there we're gonna do it at too. I was like, okay. They rode 45 miles an hour the whole time.
I mean, everyone, different strokes for different folks, I like to, the way I ride is different. There's a reason I don't ride with other people super often.
I'm just saying, like, questionable gas stations wasn't a thing I did until riding in a group.
Yeah.
Riding in a group. Not even just riding with you, just riding motorcycles with other people. I would just, like, wasn't thinking about the...
Where to stop? Like at that racetrack's your favorite gas station? You have favorite gas stations now.
Now I have a favorite gas station, absolutely.
Racetrack Uber Alles.
No, I would just get gas when I was out of gas because I was riding a Suzuki Boulevard and I would just run out of gas all the time because I would flip it to reserve and then forget I was on reserve and then run out of gas.
Snake Boots got it. If AI is so great, why can't it crank my hog for me? He's got a fucking good point, dude.
One day it might be able to.
it would still have to have a physical interface, right? So it's like,
Oh, that hog.
right, yeah. Or even your motorcycle. So maybe it could go through like some sort of Bluetooth thing, but there would still have to be an actuator, right? So if a throttle is going to be cranked, there would have to be a physical actuator to make it happen. So it would still have to send some sort of Bluetooth signal to something that has been created in the real world. So whether it's cranking the hog on your bike or cranking the hog in your pants, there would still have to be a physical application controlled from artificial intelligence that exists in the ether. But still in a physical place. Like artificial intelligence exists in a physical place. Hard drives and computation devices, diodes, solid state drives. I don't really know a lot about computers, so I don't know exactly like what kind of hardware they exist on. But they still exist in a physical place. You know, you don't just make it out of nothing. But so the AI, like, so I think that probably the coolest, or not the coolest, but for me, definitely, there's a lot of movies and concepts and books, short stories that make you think, right? That kind of like, you know, we were big fans of, let's say, the show we just watched, I keep trying to say Severance. So we're huge fans of Severance. Makes you think like, if you could split yourself and one part of you went to work, so you never had to go to work. Work just happened, like you still were there for 8 hours, but you didn't experience it. You just close your eyes and open your eyes and you're back in your life again. But then the person who went to work, that's all they knew because they were a slivered part of, like, would you do it? It's not that could it be done? That's not the question. That's the MacGuffin. That doesn't matter. The question is, would you do it? And then what are the moral implications for a being that is you, that you're sentencing to literally a Sisyphean lifetime of labor, right? That's the cool question. So probably one of my favorite ones is Philip K. Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It's Total Recall is how everyone would have been introduced to it.
That movie fucks.
Total Recall is an awesome movie.
That movie fucks.
But the concept behind it, you know, which is Dick's concept, is so heavy and something that I think about very often. And I'm being dead serious right now. This has no punchline. Is what matters, being in the moment or having the memory? So the concept behind Total Recall, outside of the whole like Mars and or whatever that fight, that's window dressing. The real concept is if you could just have the memories of doing something, is that as good as doing it? Like if you could go to sleep and you wake up and you have all the memories of doing something, like you actually did it with none of the danger, none of the hardship, none of the cost. What if you could go close your eyes and wake up and go, I won a fucking battle. I was a knight. And I went back in time and I was a knight and I had this memory. And like you have it, like you can think back like, yeah, I remember the time I did this. I was so cool. Is that better than actually doing it? No. Or the same?
No.
Explain to me why. I'm not being argumentative. I just want to hear why you think that.
Because it feels good to actually do stuff and you would never actually get to experience something. You would just feel the effects of it.
But after the moment's over.
Yeah, but what about that moment? You never actually get to have it.
But every second after something happens, it's over.
Yeah, but what about that moment?
So let's say
have you ever felt the warm embrace of somebody
let's say
you love?
It was 10
or
minutes.
do you just want that to be a memory?
Let's say it's 10 minutes. You do it 10 minutes at a time. You're like, this just happened. I mean, and I'm not being argumentative. I'm just saying, like, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm just saying I would rather know, like, no.
But, like, what if you could do something incredibly dangerous?
No, I'd rather.
Or something that didn't exist. You're like, this couldn't even be done.
But, like, does that take away from
because that's the real
having
answer.
The opportunity to
you go like, okay,
I
could send you on a 5-star vacation that was amazing. We ate all this awesome food, and you had a really good time.
I don't even care about that. I just want to like.
And then like, okay,
toes
But
in
then the other
sand.
thing, what if I could send you get in a time machine, you go back in time and fight a battle where you win every battle and you're a champion and a king, and win, like that's something that can't even happen.
Sure.
So getting that memory implanted, like why would you even go on a regular vacation when you go do that? That shit's wild, dude. Right?
Because you could do both
I don't know. I don't know.
in this
Yeah.
in this universe, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
like,
It's a
if
hard one for
or
me to
the
answer.
Other, it's like, would you rather completely live in the Matrix or like
Yeah.
have real world experiences? It's like, oh no, I think I'd rather have the real world experiences. But it's like, if in this world I can have both, I want both.
For me, it's the weirdness about it is like making decisions.
Like,
So it's
I
like,
will be-
what decision would I make? Well, it's like I never know. For me, like I feel like I'm a hard person to predict in certain scenarios. Like I make different decisions like on a whim. So you're like, are you going to tell me through a computer program all the decisions I would have made? That's like it asking Shade Tree Surgeon to write that.
Well,
It
it's
sounds like that now.
Yeah, well,
I'll be
it's
like, this
based
sucks,
on
dude.
how
That's
you're
not what I would've
feeling,
done.
and how your feeling can change on literally the minute. So
Yeah. So it's like it's a really weird one to answer. But then it's like, okay, maybe let's say it's so advanced that you can choose like, oh, I'm gonna choose that I would be just headstrong or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird thing. And that's something that I could see happening. So like with them, with the Neuralink and all this stuff, like where they can get into our heads and stuff like that, implanted memories are something that I could be like, maybe not in our lifetime, but something like near future.
God,
That I could
yeah,
be like,
spooky.
that's something that could happen.
Some Black Mirror shit, dude. Because then I just thinking about like, oh well, then you're like given the opportunity to like spend time with deceased people, and then I'm like, I'm gonna cry right fucking now.
Sure. What if you
Right
get
fucking now. Don't do it. Don't make me cry my tears. I will do it.
well, the thing is they would have to have been connected the entire time.
Or
So it's just like if we live in a world where everybody's connected like we are to ChatGPT, but even more so, maybe inside your head, so it knows your thoughts and feelings and how you'd actually react. Then a person, for you, they would be dead, obviously. But for you, they would never be dead because they could be recreated. But then again, you would know, and I feel like you would always catch inconsistencies because they can only go off what that person has experienced without any more experiences.
yeah, but what about the
People change, and how people change, how they change, even in minuscule ways, is so important to how we interact with them, even when we don't notice it's happening. So it's like the fact that they would never change would make them seem false, I think.
I just don't think it matters.
Or not at first.
I just don't think it matters. And like I think that was like the one Black Mirror episode I showed you was like when they were the AI girlfriend episode where she was like given the choice like be forever in the Matrix with your girlfriend, with your ChatGPT girlfriend, or we're pulling you out right now and everything you forget
Everything goes away.
And she's like, nah, it's fine. See ya. Fuck my old life.
Yeah.
In like an instant.
See, I think that the secondary, because there's a secondary thing to that. And this is outside of even what I would want personally. I'm just like viewing it as from an outside perspective. The secondary thing to that I feel like nobody examines. Like with ChatGPT is a good example. When you ask it to write something, at first you're like, oh, wow, it did it. Then you ask it to change it a little bit. Then you ask it to write it different. And then eventually you're just like, wow, this has become incredibly derivative, like so fast. Because it doesn't change.
You don't think that's not enough for some people?
I think that this is a weird secret third thing that is almost undefinable, that every single day in existence changes you. Every input you have. And what makes you you is how you react and change in immeasurable ways. In the way you view the world cannot be replicated. Or maybe it can be one day. I just don't think it can be. So you're like, okay, make this AI replication of a person. I'm just like the insanely tiny ways somebody, because that's what we love about somebody is not, if you love somebody for who they were and not who they are, then you love a dead person. That's if you love a person who doesn't exist anymore. Loving
So,
somebody who
Now apply that to experiences versus memories versus, like, isn't that like the same topic? It's like better to like live in the moment and
well, that's
live
why
with
I
the
think that
ever-changing person
it couldn't
versus
give you
your like memory of somebody.
right, because it's just going to be feeding back a
It's
constant
false.
thing that doesn't change. And like I think that would drive you mad instantaneously. I think it would be so fast that it wouldn't be years, it would be minutes. You know what I mean? It would be minutes of you being like, I love this. This is amazing. Wait. Oh, nope. I hate it.
Yep, I'm over it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm also
Because that's how I feel when I use ChatGPT to do anything. I'll use it a few times and I'm just like, oh, I hate this. It's so boring and derivative and stupid. And I'll just abandon it and be like, no, I want to be inspired to create something through outside influences. Whereas ChatGPT can only give me back an answer as good as a question I ask. And it doesn't change. It's a very weird question. I'm not saying I have an answer or I'm like even pushing you towards an answer. It's just a very interesting question to ask, and I think very telling when people are like, ChatGPT's AI is going to take over the world. I'm like, I don't know,
think my
man.
answer changed. I still
No,
think
no, no,
that
I'm not-
I stick
yeah.
with experiences versus memories.
But what's the difference once it's passed?
That's not the question you asked me before.
If an experience happened, so you doing the experience, the only reason, if let's say there's no memory, you only experience it in the moment.
Yeah, but that's not like you don't just
There's such things as
experience something
amnesia.
and then but I'm not saying that's like
So
why are
every-
you adding layers to this hypothetical situation?
Because every single thing, nothing we experience isn't a memory. In microseconds, everything we experience is a memory. Without memory, there are no experiences.
Okay, sure.
Like infinitesimally small,
But that's not the question.
Immeasurable things. It's all a memory.
Yeah, we're very purple pilled on this channel. Okay, guys. Like, we didn't take the red pill, we didn't take the blue pill, we took both pills, and now we're in Tampa, Florida. Like, let me tell you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a weird thing for me too. I'm not saying that I've got it figured out.
Well, you can't have it figured out. It's an opinion. Which I also don't think there's any problem, like, with, because people will argue, like, if you have your phone out, you aren't living for the moment. You're just, like, recording for your memory or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's all I got. Because the moment's over very soon. So I don't think, it's so black and white. I don't think, I think there's lots of gray area. You can do both. You're not going to forget your moment just because you have your phone out. It's okay, guys. Record everything you do. Please take more pictures of yourselves and the people you love, because you never know when it's going to be the last photo you ever have of them. So always pull your phone out and take 1,000 videos and pictures. And Josh and I just literally use our channel as like essentially we're not vloggers. This is just our like we're making home movies. And we feel like we're just like sharing that experience with you guys. Yeah, you get interesting results and we're not even on drugs. Like, he's on an alcohol and I'm on a cannabis. So we're on like level 1 drugs. We haven't gone to level 2 drugs yet. So this is, imagine the next layer of purple pill. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Thank you, fool with a VTX.
I never get tired of that. I never get tired of that question too. I don't know, the constant probing into the wound of the open mind, picking at the scab of consciousness, is something that will be so interesting to me because it's like what a perpetual thing to think that everything's a memory. The second it happens, it's gone. Because you're like, it's like trying to grab a greased piece of rope, and you're like, it's out of the second you put your hands on it, it's gone. And I'm like, whoa, but what if I do it this way? But what if I do it this way? But what if I do it this? And you're like, this constant thing where you can never actually get it. But you have a constantly, because you have new input and new ways to think, you constantly have a new idea how to do it. Oh, maybe I can get it this way. But you'll never actually get it. This is why I love Sisyphus. Because, it's in the trying, not in the success experiences. Yes. So it is in trying to do something is so much better than succeeding at something in my mind.
Maybe that's why going to motorcycle shows are underwhelming. Because we get there and I'm like, man, I want to go back to trying.
Ooh, that's a good one. Snakeboot says, I'm enjoying a succulent Chinese meal. What was that guy's name? Let me look it up. We'll do an AI bird rendition of him.
No, we're done with that.
Oh, I was having fun doing that. We'll let the chat
That's
decide.
also so niche.
Oh, we can watch his thing. I don't know. I was like, oh wait, I forgot to end the boat raffle. The boat
Why
poll.
not? You still got
It's
an
50-50.
hour left, so.
Yeah. That guy can project, dude. Yeah, he died recently. Snake Plissken, I feel like doing it in Snake Plissken would be like just asking John Wayne to do it. Because most of Kurt Russell's tough guy roles.
Yeah, that was yesterday's episode.
Yeah, was him just like kind of like doing John Wayne. And Snake Plissken less so. That would be a weird one to do because Snake Plissken in Escape from New York had like 3 fucking lines in the whole movie. He said almost nothing. Now, Escape from LA had a shit ton of one-liners and stuff like that. I think Escape from LA was 1,000 times better than Escape from New York. Just because it should have always been a funny movie. And Escape from New York took itself too seriously. But it was just, again, Kurt Russell doing, which I love watching Kurt Russell do John Wayne. But it would be like asking him to do John Wayne.
I like Escape from the City. From
Sonic. We could ask Sonic to do birds. We'll have Sonic doing a shade tree surge impression.
I do.
Okay.
See, that's not even fair.
Sonic
You can
doing
just have Sonic do anything and I'll clap.
Shade tree surgeon impression.
Guys, we have 1 hour left. By the way, if you want to go ahead and drop that link, thank you, Loose Juice. I really appreciate you dropping that link.
Thanks, Juice. Das Juice. Also, long, tall, and deadly Godzelli in the chat. Wait, what does Sonic sound like? I gotta listen to his voice so I can try to do it. Maybe I can look up how to do a Sonic voice.
Yeah, we watch Isle of Man. What's the best Schwarzenegger movie, do you think? What's your favorite?
My favorite?
What's my favorite? I've all of a sudden forgotten all of the movies he's ever done.
It's tough. Very tough.
Kindergarten Cop?
Kindergarten Cop is classic, of course.
It was really good.
It's hard not to pick one that doesn't have like guns in it. You know what I mean? Dude, if you asked me when I was 10, it would have been Commando, for sure. As an adult, oh my God, that is a very difficult
Terminator
one.
2 is really good.
Yeah, but he's just like he's a rock.
Final
in a
answer is
stream.
Total Recall.
Yeah, Total Recall, I think.
Final answer.
Yeah, or Running Man, which I don't think you've seen yet.
I don't think I've seen Running Man.
Total Recall, though, that's a good one because he got to actually be a person in that one. Terminator 2, I think, is an amazing movie.
No, it's a really I was
One of
just,
the best movies of all time.
I had to say my 3
right?
favorites to get there.
But I'm just saying, if you're gonna say, is it my favorite movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger happens to be in, or is it my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
First of all,
Different things.
very important to say here, and I think everybody should know this, just because I just found this out. Here's the release of these movies. He was in Twins, and after he was in Twins, he did Total Recall, then he did Kindergarten Cop, and then he did Terminator 2. That motherfucker was cooking. He was cooking.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the American success story. We are big Arnold fans around here, by the way.
I love him.
I keep trying to find the perfect poster to put up on the wall. I just haven't picked one out yet.
I just don't think we could have a wall big enough for him.
Yeah, we're huge Arnie fans just
Wanted
because
floor
it's
to
like
ceiling.
he's so freaking, dude, he's so bodacious and he's unashamed to want to win. He's just like, I'm the fucking best. And if somebody else says that they're the best, I respect that they're the best. They can say they're the best, but I would like to challenge them. Yeah, I mean, I just like everything about him is just fucking, the dude just steamrolled his way through life and I love it, dude. Did everything.
Kanye West, he wrote the song. It's called I Am a God. And I think he actually wrote it about Arnie. It's like, I am a god. Hurry up with my damn menage. Hurry up with my damn croissant in this French-ass restaurant. Or something like that. Oh yeah, we were talking about Sonic.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do a
Sorry.
Sonic the Hedgehog voice impression.
I feel like Arnie is the final piece of the Sonic movies that they need to get like all of the American heroes, you know.
Oh, I don't even know who it would be. The Big Cat? Big Cat?
Yes! Can we please have Arnie as Big the Cat? Please! I gotta find Froggy! Oh my god, dude, you...
I mean, there's nobody else.
I know, but like...
Who plays Rouge the Bat? It's a tough one.
That's a tough one. That's tough. You need the baddest bitch.
Right. It's
alive.
got to be a baddie, but she's also Rouge the Bat has like big MILF energy kind of too.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, I don't...
Fucking Megan Fox is still fine as fuck, and she's like, even with the Machine Gun Kelly shit, I don't give a fuck. She's still a baddie, dude.
Does
Megan
she have
Fox.
the voice though?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I'm just like, I just don't know enough about Megan Fox to make a decision on that one. Sorry.
I don't know. Chat, like, what do you guys think? Who's playing Rouge the Bat here?
Don't go away. This video is going to be over fast. I'm going to show you how to voice Sonic in 3 steps.
What?
Sonic is full of charisma. Rule number 2. Sonic is so cool. You got to talk like a cool dude.
It's taking everything.
I feel like I
And
could
me
do it.
not to
I'm
make
trying to
fun
like
of-
listen to it. Yeah.
So, we are going to voice Sonic the Hedgehog today.
I've just never tried to
We're
do...
going to voice Sonic the Hedgehog today. I'm going to teach you how to do it. The first one was actually true.
Is this how you teach yourself voices?
No, I just like, but I mean, why wouldn't this work?
Sure, why not?
I've never tried. I've actually never looked at it. Welcome. This is my very first time looking at a tutorial on how to do a voice. But like, I'm so YouTube coded that I'm just like, well, I want to do a Sonic the Hedgehog voice, but I really don't know how to do
Why
it or
wouldn't
what
you
it
just
sounds
like
like.
listen to Sonic talking instead of somebody teaching you how to voice?
Because I feel like this is
Sonic?
like a shortcut.
This is literally fucking so YouTube coded right now.
Yeah. Snake Boot says Terry Crews voices Rouge the Bat. I'm in. It'd be like Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers. It'd be funny.
Yes. No, but come on, please. Can we like who do we have playing Rouge?
All right.
Scarlett
let's do this.
Johansson's a good pick.
Down.
voice is energetic.
Oh no, Tails, are you okay?
It's just how the character has.
Oh no, Tail! I gotta be
It
like,
fits
oh.
very well with the character.
He has a pretty high voice.
Oh no, Tail! Oh no, Tails, you okay?
I don't know if
that.
you're gonna be able to do this, dude. He's got a pretty high pitched voice.
Yeah, I could pitch my voice up.
Start with me. If you can get an energetic tone and talk like this a little bit faster.
If you can get that energetic tone and talk like this a little bit faster, you're gonna sound like Sonic the Hedgehog.
And then what I'm doing.
Why is this just the princess
I know,
voice?
I know.
This is literally just the princess voice, but except you say it really fast and you don't emphasize like as much.
I
as
think I
the,
can get the cadence.
Yeah.
Please watch Guy on Buffalo episode 1. Yeah, I've seen the Guy in the Buffalo. Musty's Garage. We appreciate the super chat though, my man. Thank you, seriously.
Of my voice, using a little bit of the back of my throat as I push those words out, and then I'm just talking regularly. There's no mouth tricks or anything to it. In the front,
There's
no
way more
lips
cadence
piercing
than
or
anything else.
like that.
I'm just Sonic the Hedgehog.
So you're finding that a little bit higher register, and you're kind of holding that as you're pushing those words out.
You know what I feel like
You're
it
just
is?
doing it upbeat and fast.
This is like
So then,
TikTok
I was telling
creator
her,
voice.
No way, that's my chili dog.
Like this is like
Yeah,
what AI would say a TikTok creator's voice is.
Yeah. I'm into it. I think I can do Sonic. So this is Sonic impersonating me.
Are you joking? What the fuck? Why?
But badly.
How did we get here?
The train? What's up, you beautiful weirdos? It's your boy, Shade Tree. Yeah, you're just your average non-blue supernormal biker dude here. I just finished wait, how many miles is Green Hill Zone? 1,000 miles, baby! All on my motorcycle, not on foot. Nope, not because who runs that far? Not me, haha. Stopped at some real quality gas stations, grabbed a few, chili dogs, beef jerky sticks, because, that's what bikers eat, right? And I definitely didn't spin dash through a speed trap. No rings were collected on this ride, no golden coins, just pure unfiltered hog power. No sidekicks with two tails either. Just riding solo like all cool human bikers do. Something. So remember, it's not about going fast. Wait, it's about. Yeah, we gotta go fast. Dang it! It's about the journey. It's about the weird adventures and looking super cool in your leather jacket. Keep it weird, keep it wild, and as always, twist the throttle. Like normal people say.
That was the princess voice.
Yeah, it is the princess voice for sure. Oh, I should put on Sonic music. I didn't even think. Should put on. I'm not gonna read it again though. That hurt my throat.
Yeah, that was the princess voice. I feel like.
Guys. What? I don't know. What if I just? Would you mind holding my hand? But what if? Like that. Gotta go fast on my motorcycle. Not by my feet.
Princess, you ride here all by yourself?
Gotta go fast and eat ass. That's what Sonic does.
Wait, where's our sign?
Oh, okay. That one, yeah, I can't do that one forever.
No, that one's hard
It also wasn't that
to
good.
listen to.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. Yeah, it was hard to listen to. How do you think it was for me? I didn't do it. All right, so there is only 53 minutes left. Does anybody here want to win a really cool motorcycle? It's like from the 80s. My God. Miami Vice? More like Miami Nice.
I'll be flying in one lucky subscriber to tell them I love you in missionary. One lucky princess.
Let me share the raffle link again.
Loose Juice has been dropping it.
Thanks, Juice. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. At the end of the day, we are here
we've raised
to do good things. So.
Such an amazing amount since this morning even, so I'm super, super thankful to our amazing audience and having you guys here hanging out with us today. We have, like you said, an hour left.
Mm-hmm.
What'd we start, even this live stream at?
I didn't check.
I think we've raised $10,000 since we
During the
started
live stream, 3,000.
I thought it was at 83 this morning.
Before we started live stream, I think it was 89 something. That's so awesome. I'm very happy.
That's crazy.
This morning, I think it was at like 85 or 86. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's amazing. It's amazing things. The thing about Forgotten Angels is it's something that doesn't hit any branches on the way down. There's a lot of different charities that you can donate to. Like everybody's doing charity. Not everybody, but it's a common thing you see done, and there's a lot of amazing ones out there. So that's not me even saying that. Like I don't want to cast shade or aspersions on charity as a whole, because I think that doing charity work and taking a small amount of what you have that's extra and like contributing to society, I think is an amazing thing. So I'm not talking bad about charity as a concept, or even saying that it's so rife with corruption that it can't be trusted and it should be thrown out. That's ridiculous. But there are bad actors out there, certainly.
I just feel like there should be more regular.
There should be accountability.
More accountability, like about what you call charity. Like you can just, I don't know. Everybody, if you're, you know me, I can't get into it. I get angry.
Go ahead. The thing about, you talk about the biggest one on our minds is iDubbbz. A lot of you guys might know from Content Cop. Some of you might not. I'm so YouTube ingrained, and I have been since it started, that it's just like I'm just really into YouTube, and I always have been. It's like it's where the minute YouTube came out, it was like it took the place of all TV for me. Really, really early on. YouTube used to have this. I remember I loved it, dude. Back in the day, they used to have your top 8.
Like MySpace?
Yeah, where you used to have like your friends, and it was just like very cool, and just, I don't know. I just was very into YouTube. I was an early adopter, and I've never gotten tired of it.
Yeah, if that's a fucking good point. It's like if you're getting rich from it, it's not charity, or it shouldn't be. You should be
right.
From charity or religion.
And I'm not saying that, iDubbbz got rich from doing what he's doing. I mean, he
made
trying
fucking
to.
money.
Yeah, well,
and
I'm not
more
even
money
against
than
that.
some
It's
people
just
make
like,
in a fucking year.
The point is he was trying to get rich, but even then he failed. So the biggest issue I have with it is it's like if you treat charity like a business, and you should, but when you treat charity like a business, your profits are what goes to charity. Not your profits, like only but I'm saying like who decides what your profits are, right? If you go like, if you make $10,000 and you're like, but my salary is $7,000, well, then your profits are $3,000. So I'm like, that's still like, so you can't just say profits and have that be a blanket term to describe what goes to charity, because you still decide what the operating costs are, if people are getting paid. So, but what really gave me a bad taste in my mouth as it came out on the last one he was doing, which failed, is that he was going to take a 34% take on the profits.
Ew.
And that's 34% after costs. So costs are different from getting paid.
After costs.
So let's say if you raise $10,000, I'll call it 30%, so my math doesn't suck. So we'll say 30% of $10,000 is $3,300, right? So like, okay, I took $3,300, $6,700 went to charity. I said my math sucks, right? Profits went to charity. Well, how much money did it cost to raise $10,000? Was it free? Was it only you that did it through your money? Like, how did that money come about? Did you have to put on events? Did those cost money? Did you have to buy motorcycles to give away? Did those cost money? What did you have to do to make this money? I mean, this is just how you run a business. So businesses aren't just like, oh, whoa, I sold a beer for $10. My profit is $10. So no, you had to buy the beer. You had to have the building to buy it. You had to have a license to buy it. You have to run the air conditioning for people to be, like, there's 100 different things that factor into your costs. So it's not just what you get paid. So if you're like going like, okay, I'm going to get paid $3,300, Well, what else went in? And that's not been revealed because he doesn't run a charity. He runs a for-profit business that donates to charity. And that I feel like is very, very, very fucking weird and very suspect.
Isn't that what like the motorcycle dudes
Yeah.
do? And
There's some motorcycle people that do it. You know,
the big group ride.
yeah, the gentleman's ride.
Gentleman's ride, because
Yeah.
that's a business that donates to charity. That's not a 501(c)(3).
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that do it. It's not just them, but yeah, they do
That's
it.
kind of, it's
Yeah.
like if you're known for like as a charity, shouldn't you be legally a charity instead of being legally a business that donates to charity? Because then it's like. Not.
So it's just how they word it. They go like, "Oh, we're a charity." It's like you're not. You're a for-profit business that donates to charity. And so the difference is that for-profit businesses don't have to release their books. Charities do. A charity, how they spend their money is public information. So anybody can go online and go and search Forgotten Angels or any other charity that's a registered 501(c)(3, and you get a breakdown of exactly how they spend their money. That is U.S. law. If you're a business, you don't have to provide that. It's not public information. So nobody, if you go like, if you say, now here's the key, we raised $1 million for charity. Okay, well, how much did it cost you to raise that? They don't have to release that. That's not public information. That's not public record because they're a business that donated to charity. And that's what they do. That's also what the Distinguished Gentleman Rides do. The Distinguished Gentleman Ride, for all I know, could donate 100% of all profits to charity. I don't know. All I'm saying is they don't have to tell you how much they donate.
Yeah, but it would be like the difference if Josh and I had a donate button on Brapstar.com and that donate button went into our bank account and then we took that money and donated it to charity in our Brapstar bank account.
Right. Like, trust me, I'll do it.
Trust me, I will do this. But
yeah. Give me the money, I'll get it there. It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Michael Holmes, we appreciate you, brother. Michael Holmes, a winner, by the way.
And
one of VMAX. Or sorry, yeah, no, V-Rod, sorry.
And they're, I don't know if it's ridiculous because it's just like however you personally want to, personally spend your money. And if you trust the person that you're giving your money to, because
we're not asking you to trust us. We don't touch the money.
Yeah, we don't touch the money. But at the time, I trusted iDubbbz to give my money to charity.
Yeah, we went to the first grader clash.
Yeah, I trusted him to.
I had a good time too.
Yeah, no, I had a good time.
That's kind of basically a good time, I guess.
Yeah, no,
it was a little weird.
It was fine. But like, yeah, we don't fucking. You're not going to Brapstar.
We don't touch the money.
We're not touching the fucking money. We're not selling you an event that you show up to and it goes to our fucking pockets and we're like, all right, David and Cindy, here's your profits. Here's your proceeds.
Yeah. Plenty of people do that. And I'm not saying that they don't donate anything to charity. Obviously, I'm sure they donate something.
I don't know how.
They could even donate a lot.
I'm not looking behind their curtains.
It's just very misleading, and there's no accountability because nobody who does that ever releases their numbers. They never release their numbers, dude. So it's like if you released all of your exact numbers and all of your shit, then you could be like, okay, that's what charities have to do. They have to do that. So it's like, there you go. And also charities have to spend all their money. Charities can't operate at a over. They have to spend all their money. Mm-hmm. If they start operating at a profit where they're like, dude, we have all this money left over, like you get in trouble. Like you got to use it, It's weird, like, because then it's very weird how it works. I'm not a fucking accountant, so I know exactly how it works. All I know is like, if you run a business, you don't have to tell nobody what you're doing. And you can just be like, yeah, we'll get it to charity. Don't worry about it. And that is very misleading.
You can trust me. My name is iDubbbz.
Yeah, it's very misleading. And we don't do that. So the reason I think I was very upset about it and Shay was very upset about it is that it gives us a bad name. So it makes us have to explain this and go like, hey, we don't touch the money. Like we don't, the money never goes to, we don't take your $25 and then give it to Forgotten Angels. It goes directly to Forgotten Angels. It literally, like when you buy a raffle ticket on Raffle Creator, it goes directly into Forgotten Angels' bank account.
Does it?
It's literally just deposited directly into their bank account.
Really?
Yeah.
Like immediately?
Yeah.
See, I literally didn't even know.
Instantaneously, it goes directly into Forgotten Angels' bank account.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So for Raffle Creator,
So it's not like
you
a
pay them a
GoFund-
you pay
it's
them
not
a
like
one-time fee.
GoFundMe?
Yeah, they don't take a percentage. That's why we use it.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So they get
You
the
pay, I
money
think it's like
literally.
$200 or
well,
something.
that's good because you never fucking like people can get. It's literally emergency relief essentially. Like
It's instantaneous.
because like with GoFundMe's and stuff like. It has to be like once the thing is
Right, you
filled.
got to hit a certain goal or like
Yeah,
whatever. Like
here, there's like one of my hairs has made it to your head.
yeah, it's instantaneous. I don't know. There's a lot of bad actors out there. A lot of people doing raffles too, which also gives us a bad name. It doesn't give us a bad name. I feel like
yeah.
people get fatigued over
Yeah, I feel like
it. They're
nobody's
like
doing raffles for charity. Everyone's doing raffles for profit. I haven't seen another
Adam
charity raffle.
Adam Sandoval does charities
Oh,
for.
dude, well, I
raffle for
fucking
charity.
like, dude. How you gonna talk shit about Adam Sandoval, dude?
I know Adam Sandoval personally.
That dude's a good dude.
I have slept in his home and he has slept in our home.
Yeah, I love Adam.
I know Adam
man.
very
He's a
fucking
good
well.
guy.
And he's legit. He's a good dude. What's the AC in here? I'm gonna use the bath. Well, when you come back, I'm gonna get up and use the bathroom. But Adam does raffles for charity.
Oh, it's a bug. I see it at the window.
But and I don't want to like cast shade on anybody like trying to make some money, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we have friends that do raffles for profit. It's hard to say no to. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
You imagine if you're just like, I don't know. It's like we've never done it. But I'm like, can you imagine if like you're on YouTube and you have a channel and someone's like, you know how you could make 50 grand in like a month? You know, what's up?
Sorry, the bug is bothering me. He's not allowed inside.
Is he outside or inside?
Yeah, he's just outside and he's knocking on the window because he sees the very bright studio light and.
There's like a June bug on the window
Yeah,
or
so
something.
I'm just like, maybe if he just doesn't see the light, he won't knock. You know, like I can't see you, you can't see me type situation. See?
And this is even outside of the chopper raffles.
You
I'll
can go to the
see
bathroom,
a lot of chopper raffles that are like $100 a ticket, right? And they'll sell like 250 tickets. So
I don't know. Anytime I've
You
seen a
know-
chopper raffle, it's the person who built it. So I'm like, I never want to cast any shade on somebody like that because,
Yeah.
like, how are you gonna like get? I feel like that's somebody like auctioning their art.
so it's
That's how I
like,
feel about it when somebody built that fucking bike.
It's one of those things where a lot of times you're like, okay, it's like the actual value of it, not what someone will pay for. Because the value of something, what somebody will pay for, like these are different things, right? It's like, what can you actually get at? Motorcycles are rarely worth the sum of their parts. So a lot of times people who build a chopper will auction it or raffle it because they're just like, okay, well, I've got 20 grand in this build. I can raffle it for 25 grand and make $5,000 as my profit for my time. Like, okay, I'll do that. Because you could never sell that. You couldn't sell that bike for $25,000. And that's where some people get really mad at it. They're like, well, it's not worth $25,000. No one would actually pay that. Or you'd have to wait around forever to find the right buyer or something. Is you're not going to be able to do
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
business with the bug? Okay. So that's, I'm not going to be, if anybody doesn't like it, I really wouldn't argue with you. I can see why people don't like it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to defend it. I will just say I understand. I'm not against it.
I don't think you ever.
But those guys are usually just trying to get their money and like an amount of money that equals their time into the project. And I'm like, I'm all right with that, personally. But I would not argue with anybody who didn't like it, I guess.
Like I said, I feel like it's somebody like a lot of times it's just people auctioning off their art.
Yeah. Right, but then it's just like, okay, how do you decide what your time is worth? You know? And someone being like, I
How
don't
long's
know.
a piece of string?
Yeah. Justin S., thanks for the $5, man. Justin's a good dude, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for your support.
He's a good dude. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we only have like 30 minutes left, and we're gonna be calling a winner. Yeah, dude, I love going down to Bert's Black Widow. We don't go there as often because it is so far for us. I think going down to Black Widow actually takes us about, I think it's like 2 hours each way. So, like, in Barracuda is 45 minutes. So it's a lot easier to just go to the one that's closer to us to do our test rides. But we do go down there, and thankfully, yes, Uncle Daddy is at Bert's Barracuda as well. So we do get to see him there. Dude, I do not know how long a piece of string is. That's the thing. I'm gonna pull up the bike in screen share if you guys haven't clicked the raffle link yet. Obviously, I like it because pink's my favorite color. You guys all know that. And gold, I like the gold accents is like immediately where my eyes are drawn to. And it's got like every single... Oh, that's the ChatGPT thread. We got to go back. Name brand part. Okay, so it's got Legend suspensions. The custom Lepera seats, which also are my favorite. I don't particularly like any other seat that I've sat on besides the Lepera that I have on my Sportster, which is like the, I think it's like 2 forward, 1 down, or 1 forward, 2 down, or something like that. Brembo brakes.
What are you going over?
I was just going over what's on the bike, showing everybody, because there's only 30 minutes left.
Oh, okay. It's got everything.
Yeah, it's got everything. There you go.
Everything you put on it. I think the biggest ones for me on it are definitely like the Brembos and the Öhlins are the most expensive things on the bike. You know?
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of stuff listed on there. Like the Kraus risers are pretty expensive. But you're like, you know, what is a custom paint job worth? If you don't like it, $0. If you really don't like it, -$, because you got to change it. You know what I mean? But like you can count out some of the money of the stuff that's worth on there. Like definitely the like the Kraus stuff, the suspension, the brakes. That's big money stuff. You know, the powder coating is like
Brakes
half
are
and half.
expensive.
Because like if you don't like the color, same as painting, then you don't like it. But like all the parts on it are like the right parts, like the stuff you would put on one of those bikes. It's got a very expensive Trask exhaust. It's got cams and exhaust. Other than that, there's not a lot of engine work done.
Do you think the person will ride at home?
They certainly could. So as most of you guys know, or maybe you don't know, every bike, if you so choose, comes with a one-way ticket or two-way if you're being, you know, if you want to just
Yeah,
come
you don't
party.
have
Yeah,
to
you don't
ride
have
at
to.
home. You don't have to. You can still just come hang out.
One-way ticket to Florida and you can ride it home. Like you can fly down here, party, and then ride it home. If you so choose. Plenty of people have taken us up on it. I think the boldest one I thought
Many
was a guy.
have tried and some have succeeded.
Some have not made it. Yeah,
Some have succeeded.
We've had to pick people up more than once. But, you know, plenty of people have succeeded too. The Blue Shovel Head, he rode that home and made it to Colorado.
Fuck
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was worried about that one.
It's Reese, right?
No, I mean, Reese lives in, but he didn't win it, no. I forget the guy's name. He kind of looked like a little bit like Moto Mortician, but younger.
Oh my god, dude. Fuck, his name just ran out of my head.
And then the guy who won the tan shovel head,
Texas.
he did
Right?
not make it. We had to,
That was Texas.
yeah, David had to go pick him up and drive the bike back for him. Oh, that bug is really annoying.
I know, dude. He's really wants in. I get it. I would want to be inside.
Is he on
too.
the outside of the window?
I'm not entirely sure. I think he is, but
It sounds like he's on the inside. Did you see him?
no.
Okay, it sounds like a June bug trying to get in. Maybe it's just like stuck in the foam that we got for the AC. It's very hot in here, by the way. It's 84 degrees inside here. That's not correct. We don't have AC in our streaming room. We have a portable AC that will run for sometimes, but we can't run it while we're editing because it's so loud that you can't hear what you're doing, and we can't run it while we're live streaming. So
Turns
what we'll do
out-
is try to like cool the room down and then come in.
Whoever did the electric for this house was just as stupid as the person who did the plumbing for the house. Who was just as stupid as the person who did the drywall for the house. Who's just as stupid as the person who used to own the house.
Yeah, it's
So we're
bad.
getting the
house
electrical
almost burned
fixed.
down. Yeah, but that'll be like this house that we're in right now is going to be through. Like I said, I can't tell the story now because there's legal stuff. But this is going to be the Keira Adderley house for women. Like me and Shay Lacey are not supposed to be living here right now.
Yeah, that's what all the funds go to, is like making sure that this house won't burn down to the ground and that the electrical is actually fixed before this is a facility for women
Yeah.
and is actually a stable environment for women and their children.
So all of this is going to be turned into that.
Where the
and we will
like
not
the
be here
water
anymore.
doesn't come out from the fireplace when you try and take a bath.
Yeah. We were supposed to be out of here months ago. It's fine. It's an ongoing legal battle that all will. I assume that it'll just depend. I assume we'll tell the story at a later date. But somebody tried to screw over Forgotten Angels.
Yeah,
and
I
there's
just feel
been-
like it's Forgotten
yeah,
Angels' story to tell. It's not ours.
Yeah.
So it's for them to tell.
But we can't tell it right now. But it will be told. No, it's not 84 outside. It's 84 in this room. It might even be. It's probably cooler
It's
outside.
82 outside.
It's 82 outside.
But it was like 96 today. So
Share that raffle link again for you guys. Like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
we got 28 minutes.
thank you so much, Loose Juice, as well, for constantly sharing it.
Yeah, some of you guys might have heard it from David in person. Just please keep
Like I
it to
said,
yourself.
it is his story to tell.
But it will be done. It's gonna be done in the next few months. Like it'll be done and over and solved. That'll be a good thing. Anyway, what else do we have on the docket, Show?
I do not have anything else on the docket.
We tried to do some TikTok stuff the last time. I wasn't really crazy about it. Just 'cause I felt bad. Like I felt like I was making fun of people. How did you feel about it?
I don't really feel that bad about making fun of people. I just feel like, that's what the internet's for. It's like if you're putting yourself out there.
Right, but it's like, what if you fucking go in a little too hard or about something you didn't know, and then the person comes out, makes a video, and they're just like, damn, dude, I wish they wouldn't have done that. That really hurt.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I always am.
I know, I just don't
And
want to
then
have to feel
we
sorry.
always give everybody a grain of salt, and we're never, even if we go hard on somebody, we're always like, well, I'm a fucking asshole, and we're always.
Yeah, I just would feel bad about somebody having to watch like bad things I said about them and like feel bad.
We don't have to do that kind of stuff then. I wouldn't want you to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel bad, not a stranger. I don't know that person.
I don't know. We haven't done a skit in a while. I used to do skits all the time. I don't know why I stopped doing them. Had a lot of fun doing skits.
Yeah, do more skits.
It just is like sometimes it's difficult, you know?
Yeah, it takes a lot of creative energy, time, props. Got to get into character.
I don't think that Bilbo would jump on a trampoline.
I feel like he'd be scared.
Skits are a funny one, man. I really enjoy doing them. I enjoy making them.
That's old YouTube style.
I really used to do them a lot.
I feel like skits are making a comeback and being popular again.
Yeah.
Like it was popular like 15 years ago.
Instagram. Everybody does them on
a
Instagram.
lot of skits on Instagram Shorts.
I just like... I don't know why we haven't done them.
Do people really exist? Yes, they do.
Sometimes it's hard to fit them in, which is lame because it's like we're out there filming and stuff like that. I should just like make the time to do that. But like sometimes like I've got so much work to do. Sometimes I'm just like trying to creatively film what I'm working on because I have to do it anyway. Which doesn't upset me. Like it's better than doing just the work, right? But it's like stuff I have to do. So I'm just like, okay, let me try to creatively film this. Which I do enjoy. I'm not trying to say that sucks, but that doesn't leave time all the time for just like filming something that's strictly just performative, I would say. So I'm just trying to like find an explanation. I think that's the explanation for that.
Yeah, just
I would like to do more
time constraints, I'd say. Energy, time, and creative constraints. Like...
Well, it's the same thing. Someone goes, "Oh, why didn't you do a bobber build?" It's like I've got so many projects right now. It's very tough.
Just got his motorcycles running again, because like that's why I don't want to promise that we can build out someone's bike and make it smaller for them because we can't even build out our own motorcycles. So
I should have more time. I just don't. And I don't know why. That's probably the biggest frustration I have is just like looking for more time and being like not being able to figure out why I don't have it. Like I don't know. I'm just like it's probably the biggest frustration I have in my life where I'm just like I look around, I'm just like, why do I not have time to do this? But then like somehow I'm out of time. And then like days go by and weeks go by and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? It's not like I'm sitting around doing nothing. It is flabbergasting. I know that's a very relatable thing. There's a lot of, I'm sure a lot of people in the chat will be like, yeah, I relate to that. But it's just like, probably the biggest frustration, like negative frustration in my life is just like not being able to figure out why or what I'm doing wrong or like how, maybe it's a priority shift.
Thing. It's like the years just keep coming and they don't stop coming.
No, I think that it's fixable. I just think it's a priority shift or just like not doing it right. You know, and just like, because there is enough time to do this stuff. It just is like more organization, an application of will.
Well, we also haven't had our shop or like all of our things and tools and like, you know, we ain't in Brapstar Garage right now.
Yeah.
Brapstar Garage isn't a storage unit.
No, it's true.
And where it lies. You know?
No, that's true.
So it was a lot easier to make that kind of content when we had all our motorcycles in one spot and 3 lifts and an AC'd office with a bathroom. Like, just to do content and nothing else. But that's just not where we are in our life right now. Right now we're in an 84-degree room.
That's true.
You know? But could be worse. Remember when it was like a 94-degree room during the hurricane?
Yeah. No, I've streamed and worked out of some pretty weird places. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it could be worse. I've been worse. We've been worse.
There are people who go like, "Oh man, it must be so nice to fucking work on bikes in a garage. I'm just like, dude, my first bike builds I did on my front porch.
That was a nice porch.
It was a nice porch.
It was a nice porch.
But I'm like, come on.
I mean,
give
it
me a
wasn't
break.
like the best porch. I'm not being like, that was a nice fucking porch. I'm like, I just mean like, it was also in like the worst part of town across the street from a burnt down cigar factory. And like the neighbors had too many chickens and like you would hear gunshots all the time. But the porch was like just really nice, man.
It was a nice porch. It was wraparound. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Not everyone had a wraparound porch. So it's like about enjoying the little things, you know?
I loved that house. I thought I was very lucky to have that porch. I did some work in the yard too, but like the bikes that I could get on the porch.
I just think ants.
Yeah, well, there's also no trees in the yard. But so it was just like really, I wasn't shade tree. I was like under the sun tree. But like the bikes that I could get on the porch were dirt bikes, you know? I worked on those on the porch. Anything else was worked on in the yard,
Yeah,
which
I mean,
did suck.
how else do you get a motorcycle on the porch?
Well, it was a tall porch, so the house was like houses in Florida are on blocks.
Yeah, because hurricanes.
Because shit floods. So not every house in Florida, but old school bungalow houses in Florida are usually about 3 feet off the ground. So the house is on like 2 cinder blocks. Minisecurity says the source of depression, and thanks for the $5, man. We appreciate you. Source of depression and anxiety is comparing reality to an ideal version in your mind that doesn't exist. Keep doing the best you can in the can.
I'm trying to get out of the can. I've spent too much time in the can.
I just like, I do try not to compare reality to an ideal version of myself. I don't even know. I'm not sure what an ideal version would be. But I do, I guess there's something to be said there because I do try to go like, what could I do better? And that can sometimes be frustrating.
Well, I think it just makes
But
you
have
also
to.
constantly in a better version of yourself instead of just
you
like
have to.
staying complacent, right?
You have to allow some frustration in your life. I'm not just shitting on what you said, but you have to allow some frustration into your life. It's like the irritant of a piece of sand forming a pearl in an oyster. Like if with no frustration comes no growth. I think that growth comes from irritation and use. But also you are correct. Like I think there's a middle ground there. And I think that you also know there's a middle ground. I'm not jump down your throat there. Ice Mutt, my man.
Oh, Ice Mud. Dude, holy shit.
Too generous. A kind and generous wizard. Ice Mutt. Yeah, you are too kind. Thank you, my man. I promise we'll use it for nefarious purposes. Drinks for me and sessions for Shay. Well, I'll tell you this about Sessions and Shay. She's on deep discount, so I'll use all of it for drinks. Appreciate you, Ice Mutt, dude. Oh.
Yeah, if you guys ever come on our group rides in Oregon, I always bring the sample packs with Jason, so.
Yeah, hit us up in the PNW. We'll always have presents for you. Unless you're the cops, in which case, do not.
Yeah. Unless you're off duty and cool. In which case, maybe?
There's actually a lot of cool cops. There's cops that smoke. Some people get mad about that because they're like, oh, you arrest people for that, but you also still smoke.
I don't make the rules.
I don't know what to do, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a girl, okay?
I've had cops let me go for shit that I definitely should have been arrested for. So, like, I don't know if I look back on that and go like, oh, maybe that cop smoked or drank. You know what I mean? I've definitely been let go for some shit that I should have gone to jail for.
Me too.
I've also just got like, dude,
I've also gone to jail for some shit I should have been like,
knock on wood, dude. I got fucking, I don't know who, I put all my stats into speechcraft and luck.
Bro, I swear to God, dude.
I don't even know, dude. I can't even explain it.
Like, you get out of situations like fucking, like, Ricky does.
I don't even know how. Like, I couldn't even tell somebody, but it does happen.
Like,
I can't.
If you've
I can't
Trailer
say
Park
that it doesn't
Boys
happen.
And you've seen Ricky talk to the cops.
It does happen. Like, I couldn't maybe the next time I do it, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? I keep waiting for my luck to run out, but like, I've been very, very fucking lucky.
The last time Josh and I
so many times
got pulled over
for years.
the police officer goes, license and registration. He goes, I don't have my
Dude, I had nothing.
I don't have registration. He's like, is this vehicle titled to you? No. You have an insurance? He's like, I'll be right back. You got anything besides your
Yeah, he was like, do you have, he was trying, he's like, please, do you have anything?
And he's like, I got my ID.
Let us.
He's like, okay, I'll be right back.
And then he let me go.
You let him go. He's like, okay, can you like get this?
He's like, can you please register this?
Register.
And I was like, I'll think about it, nerd.
He's like, could you please get it insured? Please?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, that is a true story that happened. Like, that was our last interaction with the police.
Yeah, that was the.
This was like a couple months ago.
That was not a couple months ago, Josh.
It was like last month?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it was about 4 weeks ago, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, he pulled me over. I did not have... The license plate was expired by like 8 years.
Yeah, it was not.
I didn't even know if it was a correct... It was not my license plate.
And
it belonged to somebody else.
He pulled us over because in that state, you're supposed to have a license plate on the front.
Yeah, it was Oregon.
And we did not have a license plate on the front, and the back license plate was expired.
And belonged to somebody else.
And belonged to somebody else because the vehicle's not even titled to us.
Yeah. And so I didn't have
Which
the title.
we didn't even have the title.
I didn't have the registration. I didn't have insurance. I didn't have a bill of sale. I had no way to prove like anything.
We just had our
Florida
driver's license.
And I had an out-of-state driver's license.
Yeah, we have a Florida driver's license.
And also my license was suspended from like unpaid tolls.
Yeah, and he's like, can you give me anything? I can give you a suspended license.
Yeah, I was like, here's my license that's not valid. And he was just like, well, you know, you could be in a lot of trouble, but I'm going to let you go. And I was like, yeah, no shit you are. I'm the main character.
He says in Illinois, your shit would have been towed. In Oregon, his shit
No, it could have been towed there too.
It could have been towed there too. They just let him go.
I don't know. I'm waiting for my luck to run out. I feel like it will eventually, but it just hasn't. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It just hasn't. So. I mean, but like, and someone's like, you dodged Upchuck Chops goes, you dodged a bullet. Like, I've dodged that bullet like 50 times.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But I've never tried to dodge it. It just like doesn't, they've got bad aim. Or something. Like, I'm not ducking.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like, I'm nice when I get pulled over. Like, I'm not a dick about it. I always assume, I even remember I told you when we got pulled over, I was like, dude, I'm probably going to jail for this. Remember I told you, like, I'm getting arrested for this.
And I was like, no way.
Well, because I wasn't upset. I was just like, I wasn't like scared.
And I was like, they're not going to arrest you. And you go, they're not going to let us drive away. They're going to impound our vehicle at the bare minimum. That's what you said.
Right, because I assumed, because I know what the law is.
They're not letting us drive away. And I like immediately was like, fuck.
But that exact scenario has happened to me so many times.
We were on our way to fucking work. We don't have the best record with being on time with Jason. And I was like, please, can we not be 3 hours late because we're in jail?
Dude, I got pulled over at 100 miles. I was going 100 miles an hour. I was with David in the middle of Texas.
Well, you guys were on I-10. Everyone goes 100 miles an hour on I-10.
I was fucking hauling ass. They pulled us over. I had, same thing. Fake plate. Or like random plate. I don't know who it belonged to. Just random expired plate. No registration, no title, no nothing. Saddlebags full of fucking California weed. Like both of them.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Cop who pulled us over. I mean, like.
He was just mad you were driving, right?
No, dude. He looked like a dude I would have pushed into a locker in high school. He had like pimples all over. He was like, looked like he was 12 years old. And as soon as he walked up, I was like, oh shit, dude. He was like white freckles, like that blonde hair that looks white. And just like pimples all over his face. And I was like, we're in Texas. I'm with David, who's black. If you guys didn't know. And I'm like, just my whole bike is full of illegal shit. And not, I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
I'm
Texas is
fucking
like the
going to jail,
worst
dude.
state besides like Georgia and to get caught in. They do not like that.
And he
shit
came
in
up,
Texas.
and he came up like chest out, like walking up, like I was
License and
like,
registration, sir.
I was like, oh, well, you know, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at you, but I'm gonna like, oh shit, this dude's got a chip on his shoulder. He like this is his first traffic stop solo. You know what I mean? Like this is his first, you know what I mean? Just like, oh dude, I'm fucked. And he was like, went through all my shit, watched me open a saddlebag that was like full of drugs.
You went through your shit.
No. Like watch it, like wanted like every documentation that I had, which was none. I looked through my shit. I kept looking through my saddlebag.
No, you just tell them no.
Because I was like, I thought
even
I
have the
had
time.
it. I thought I had the title, but I didn't. And I was just like pushing drugs out of the way. And I was just like, I don't have it. And he was standing right over. And he was like, oh, all right. He sounded like the Mickey Mouse. He was, all right, sir. Well, I gotta run your license at least. And I looked for that and gave it to him. And he was just like, you should really get off the road. It's dangerous. It's deer season. It's rutting season. Deer's everywhere. Going pretty fast, too. And I would just lie. I was just like, I don't know how fast I'm going. This thing got no speedometer. Which was true. He was like, well, be safe.
Well, I just feel like, yeah, I tend in the middle of the night. Everyone's just
I'm like, I feel like just by saying this, I'm just like fucking myself. I'm going to be like, next time, I'm just going to be screwed next time.
dude, it's just like knowing your odds, you know? It's a game of statistics.
Dude, I got pulled over one time in the Winnebago, right?
What the fuck?
It was when I was driving at home. I got pulled over on I don't know if I even tell you this one. This one sounds unbelievable. So I got pulled over coming from Michigan into, I think it's Ohio.
Yeah.
And
I think those
weed
states
is
touch.
legal in Michigan.
It is.
It is not legal in Ohio.
It is not.
So, no plate, you know.
Ohio cops don't fucking play, dude.
Nothing. It was like the second
That
I crossed the border,
entire-
too.
Like, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Don't fuck around, man.
So I got pulled over by 2 cops, which is usually a recipe like you're fucked. Because they don't.
You're fucked if
with
you
the
get pulled
2
over by
cops,
2
but it was
cops,
2
you're
cops,
fucked.
right? So I remember even too, I was driving the Winnebago, which is like, you can go like that far before the steering wheel even moves the vehicle, right? It's loud, the exhaust is rotted out. I'm just like, and I'm like pinned, right? Just like, wah! Fucking as fast as it'll go, middle of the night. And I was trying to put on another YouTube video on my phone because I was watching YouTube, and I like went out of the lane into the
You dumbass.
off the highway. I was like, oh fuck. And then immediately from that, I got like it was like lights, right? I was like, oh shit, right? I think the door was open too, like because the door would flop open.
Does that.
So it was like I was like trying to find a new YouTube video. The door was open, like flopping open. Anyway, I got pulled over. Amazing! I can't believe I got pulled over. Profile, nothing. So I got pulled over, and it was 2 cops, right? And they at first they were just like, license registration, and I gave them I was just like, look, man, I just fucking blah blah blah. I gave them the whole spiel. Yeah. Dude, by the end of it, I can tell you the whole middle part, but it just sounds like me sucking my own dick. So I'm just going to tell the end part. By the end of it, I had them both pull out their phones and subscribe to my YouTube channel. They both
I hope they're not watching.
Watch, I don't care. Like, just the truth. They were there. By the end of it, like, dude, we sat on the side of the road, dude, and they were just like, well, we gotta. I remember after we talked for a while, they're like, dude, we have to ask you, are there any drugs in here? I was like, what?
Yeah.
It was full of drugs.
Snake boots. If you're actually fucked, if they fucking go back and then another cop shows up, you're going to jail 100%. If they go back to their car and then another cop pulls up, you're going to jail.
Well, they were fucking. We had a great time on the side of the road.
No,
like
I'm
they
saying-
had to leave. They're like, we gotta go. I was still talking.
Yeah, that does sound like you, actually. That's a really believable.
And I was just like, wait. Oh, I know you gotta go, but like, fucking let me tell you this other thing. And yeah, they both subscribe to the channel. I assume that, I don't know if they still watch, but I watched them pull out their phones because I was like, yeah, type it in. Shade Tree, like, here, give me your phone.
Yeah, give me your phone.
I'll type it in for you.
Fucking ass.
This is a real story.
If the officer's in the chat, please have to
Yeah. Hey, if you're in their chat, fucking leave a
leave a
one.
donut emoji, leave
All
a
right,
pig
6 minutes.
emoji.
Leave the bathroom, and we'll come back and we'll take it.
Oh yeah, dude, we got fucking 6 minutes, and I feel like we should probably not fuck around like we usually do, and because usually we'll like, Josh will be like, all right, guys, 15 more minutes, just 20 more minutes, and we'll call the winner in 5 more minutes. I'm nervous because last time, even at 9 p.m., these motherfuckers are sleeping, which is totally understandable. Like, the last 2 winners, one had to get up for work at 3 a.m., and the other one had a new baby. So I definitely don't want to be calling people past, like, 10. I feel like that's rude. Unless you're already here. Unless the winner's already here with us in the chat right now. Which might be true. Yeah, we'll give you, like, 5-6 minutes. Dude, Lucius, I don't know where Officer Boys is. I don't think he's ever coming back. I've, like, even tried to find him. Like, look at his YouTube channel to see if I could see, like, where's this motherfucker at? I don't know where Officer Boys is. He just, maybe he's not using YouTube right now. I hope that he's just, like, off-grid or something. Yes, I know that you guys here in the chat are awake. I'm just saying I feel like because this raffle has been going on for like, what, a month? So just someone might have bought their ticket like weeks ago. And then they see our Florida number. Our phone number is an 813 number. So it says Sun City Center. So people always think it's a scam.
Dude, I feel like I have to, like, I gotta do something, like get a spell or like donate to the police athletic league or something. I feel like I've just like told all those stories and then like next time we get pulled over, I'm screwed.
I don't think the cops need more athletic leagues, dude.
I'm just saying, dude, now I'm just like, fuck, dude, I shouldn't be talking all this shit.
No, you're good.
Next time I'm
We
screwed.
buy their outfits. With their tax-paying dollars or something.
I'm saying, if there's any cops watching right now, I don't go out of my way to break the law. I don't. I just, like, don't go out of my way to... I just do my thing, dude. I'm not hurting anybody. Just leave me alone. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy, like...
It's only
You
a
know.
problem if everyone does it. See,
Exactly. No, that's exactly my point, though. Like, I'm cool, I promise. I'm allowed. But, like, if everybody starts doing it, I get that it's a problem. But, like, dude, I'm not fucking... I don't know, man. I'm not hurting anybody. Just leave me alone. Thanks, Shay. 2 minutes. This is it, dude. I don't know why I felt like I've spent so much time with this bike.
Because this is one of usually we've
Yeah,
been
we did this a
doing like
long one,
one week raffles sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
And
Like
this
1 or
is
2
like
weeks. We had this one for a month or more, I think.
We had it for I think like 4 to 6 weeks, which we've been usually doing like 1 or 2 week raffles. Remember when we did a year-long raffle?
That was fucking stressful.
I like that. I liked Road King Kong. I miss Road King Kong.
Jake, we appreciate you, man. We will keep it up.
Thank you, Jake.
Hopefully I keep up not being arrested. I would love that.
Yeah, I hope you keep up because he's got his wheel up and his roll. Oh, guys, chill.
Michael Ortiz, we appreciate you, brother. What Brapstar shirt are you wearing, though?
Yeah, like, let me know what design are you wearing. Like,
2 minutes.
you can just describe it to me.
Oh, man, Trucker 2 Times is in the chat.
Oh,
Good dude, man. He's been to the camp out. He's a good dude. Ah, dry heat dog, you bastard. Dry Heat Doug is, I think I've said this before. Find him on Instagram because he posts the weirdest shit sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what he does. Like, his posts are like, I'm eating sardines. And then the next post will be like, I'm in a hot tub in a resort. Like, I don't know what his life is, but it's fucking all over the place. It's very crazy. And don't tell me because I don't want to know. I just want to keep wondering. That's way more fun for me. Jeffrey Griffin wore a space truck in church today. Oh my gosh, dude. I commissioned Conrad for a new design.
I saw it.
Did you? Yeah. Midnight Run.
He posted just a little tiny corner of it on his Instagram. And I was like, bitch, I know this is for us. I could tell it for just a second. I was just like, bro, I'm so excited for this is all I commented on it. Because I could tell that design was for us just based on, like, I mean, I could be wrong.
Oh, damn. Old school Hofko's a supercharged murder machines. We haven't made that one in like 7 years.
That's an old shirt.
Very old.
I don't even know if I have that shirt. I think I lost that one to an ex.
It's time, dude. I'm going to wait till 10:01, then we're pulling it.
No, I can't ride the Road Glide. It's too big.
Thank you, though, Javon.
I'm too short, even with my big stompies. I wanted to, though.
We could, like, hold up the back and you could ride it away. We'd also have to catch
it's got
you.
a nice paint job. I only do that if it's got, like, really big... I guess it does got crash bars, right?
It does.
I just... No. I'm good. No thanks.
All right, we're waiting to 10:01 and I'm pulling it. Oh, wait, no, it's over. It's 10.
It's over. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I forget that it's not like a one that we just are pulling. Like, it's over.
It's over. Yeah, you can't buy tickets anymore. It's over.
Someone did get in at the last minute, though, because it went up by our ticket.
All right, guys. All right.
All
Jason
right,
goes,
all right.
take a dab. Well, if you insist. But I'm not just like...
Hey, don't just do what everybody says.
Yeah, I'm not just like some dab monkey that just does dabs every time you tell me to take a dab. I'm doing a dab because I want to. Not just because you said, okay?
So 1,854 people entered.
That's a lot. That's more than usual, I feel like.
I just like to say that so everybody knows. People are like, oh, what amount of people? Like,
yeah.
This is not like 300,000 people buying tickets.
Yeah, it's not your entire audience. It's 1,000 people.
And a lot of those are people buying multiple tickets.
Yeah, it's like, so there's 1,000 entrants.
1,854 people entered. So if, like, let's say...
So if there's, like, different times that... Oh, yeah, because their ticket would count for if you buy multiple tickets. Of course it.
So just to let people know, and we'll pull it here in a second.
As, entries, like, times that your name has been entered into a hat. Or something.
If every single person who subscribes to my channel bought a ticket, that would be...
How many dollars? How many dollars is that? That's a lot of dollars.
I don't know. They didn't put a comma in it, so I don't know.
That's, yeah. That is $7,500,000.
Yeah, $7.5 million. Yeah. If every person who is subscribed bought one single ticket, it would be $7.5 million. I just want to like put that into perspective. This isn't shame. I'm proud that this small amount of people has done this, has contributed to changing the world. I'm very proud of that. Now, if 300,000 people did, I would love that. That would be great. Because then that would change the world even more. But I'm proud of what we've done. You should always be proud of what you've done. You should always strive for more, but be proud of what you've accomplished. So, just saying. It's crazy how many names I recognize on here. People are like, why do you pull a ticket sometimes and it's someone you know? And I'm just like... Because there's like hundreds of people...
We engage with parasocial relationships.
Because like 300-400 people come to the camp out and they all entered and only 1,800 people bought tickets. Like, there's a chance sometimes I know
because
that
we
people-
have 500 people at the camp out sometimes, and 1,000 people entered.
Yeah.
This thing I'm
All
using
right, you're in charge.
is the Puffco. It's so I don't look like a crazy person using the torch. So now I have this. Highly recommend it. I guess sort of recommend it because I've only had it a month. I'll hit me up in a year. Does the roundup still count for entries?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are all in here as well.
You can't say you're probably not gonna win, but I guess like it's statistically your odds are not that bad in comparison to a scratch off. You know, so you got better odds than that. Yes, I have a medical card in Florida. Yeah, I don't like the long pipes. I just like something simple.
Yeah, it's far.
That's far.
All right. Hope your phones are on.
Put it close to the mic.
Hello?
Howdy, Kyle.
No shit.
No.
Yes, shit.
You shit.
What's up,
You guys know
dude?
you're-
It's
you're
Shade
on
Tree
my-
Surgeon and Shay Lisi, and you're live right now. And you have just won an all expenses paid trip to nowhere, you loser. You're the second. I'm just kidding. You won the bike. You won the Miami device, motherfucker. How about that?
Well, now this is gonna get weird. You're gonna start hearing me in the background. Hold on.
Well, you have the stream on?
Yeah.
Not everybody always has a stream on,
You
man.
gotta drop something in the chat real fast before.
Yeah,
you
what's your
turn it
name?
off.
Have you been commenting in the chat?
Yeah.
Yo, drop it. Drop your name in the chat then.
Yeah, what's your name? Do we know you?
Snake boot.
Fuck you! No, it's
What?
not. It's Snake Boot. He's been commenting the whole
Are
time.
you fucking joking?
No, it's not, dude.
No, it's not.
Comment right now.
Yeah,
I'm Kyle.
Yeah, say I'm Kyle or you're a liar.
Or else I don't believe you.
Yeah, or else you're a liar.
Hold on.
No one else say it, or else I'll be mad.
What the fuck? Let me look at his email. Did it even say it? No, it's not even your email.
Yeah, dude.
Where'd
you
the
liar.
fucking name come from,
Yeah,
dude?
Liar. So you bitches. Okay, fine. All right.
Well, congratulations, Kyle. You've just won the Miami device. Now, what will you do? I heard a lady.
Take the snake out of your boot?
I've heard a lady's voice in the background. I mean, do you have to ask for do you have to ask for permission to go on a motorcycle trip?
Like you're fucking kidding.
Do you want to try to ride it all the way back to California?
That's far.
That's tempting.
I think it would make
How many times have you ever ridden across the country?
Nope.
Well,
Welcome to your new life.
Here's your chance to only go one way. That doesn't always come up, dog.
You literally
Think about it. You don't
Yeah.
have to make a decision right now.
Literally ride into the sunset.
It is right into the sunset. I wouldn't recommend taking I-10, although it is the fastest way. It does suck.
It's only like 3,000 miles, right?
Well, congratulations, dude. I don't know where you live in. I don't know where you live in California. It doesn't say. It says Lompoc. That doesn't even sound like a
It's,
city.
No, that's because it's not.
What do you live out in the sticks in California, in the desert or something?
No, basically the coast.
Oh, you live on the coast? Well,
Yeah.
shit, dude. How many rooms your house have? You got any extra room there? Or?
Shut up, Josh.
Penitentiary and a Space Force base, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of places on the coast that ain't got
We've
nothing,
been
dude.
mentioned in at least one Fast and Furious movie ending. Just saying. It's mispronounced. I think it's Vin Diesel. It's cinematic gold.
Well, congratulations, my friend. At the end of the day, I'm sure from the way you answered the phone that you did not expect to win anything, as nobody does. You know, it only costs $25 to have a dream and dream of winning the bike, but the money goes to a good cause, and it goes to doing things that are pretty fucking amazing, dude. I hope you take us up on, if not riding the bike home, at least coming to visit Forgotten Angels so you can see where your raffle money went. You know?
I would absolutely love that.
So I'm going to forward this number to David, because if you text me on this after this, I usually have my phone on silent and I almost never look at it, and I don't even text my family members back.
Doesn't even text me back. I just show him my Instagram reels in the morning. Like, I just pull up and I'm like, hey, look at this reel because it's funny, because he won't look at it.
That happens pretty often. She has to show me the Instagram reels in my own DMs that she sent me.
That's how I know which ones I want to send him, but then I can compile it and just show it to him in person.
Well, congratulations, man. What do you ride?
So I've got a Road King special, actually.
Oh, shit, dude.
Bitch, okay.
What are you going to do? Do you think you'll keep it, or do you think you'll sell it?
I gotta keep it.
It is pretty dope, dude. It's a good touring bike. You got room for it?
I mean,
I like that
not
answer.
living the life of luxury.
Make room. Put out a fucking little pop-up tent in the yard, dude. I'll buy it for you.
So there's no garage. It's gonna be dusty. It's we're on a ranch. It's one of those things.
I'll be honest with you.
That's how it goes. It's been pretty dusty this whole time, too.
It's the second, possibly even third law of thermodynamics. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of them for sure, between 1 and 3. And that is, of course, entropy. Everything goes back to the mud, or in your case, back to the dust. So you might as well just let it happen and enjoy it while it happens. Trying to keep something perfect forever is a fool's errand, and that way
Something
lies
about
madness.
Dust in the wind or something.
Yeah, just let it fall apart as you enjoy it. Let it age with you. That's an okay thing to do.
I'm not falling for any propaganda like you have to get oil changes or something. Like, you just let the oil burn out and add more.
I mean, it's already got oil. Like,
Right, well, you gonna put more in it? Idiot.
those dinosaurs were good enough for it for the last 10 years. They're suddenly not.
Dude, the
good enough.
dinosaur has been around for how long? I think they'll last a little while in the fucking engine. Give me a break.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, brother, congratulations.
All right, put the snakes
We
out
appreciate
of your
you.
boots, and then put your boots on and come to Florida.
All right, I'm going to send this
Thank
number
you,
to
guys.
David, but he probably won't text you. Well, maybe he'll text you
I
tonight.
don't know. He
but-
might. I don't know if he'll be up. All right.
He's probably
If
still
it
up.
doesn't.
No, I don't know.
Time
Congratulations.
difference, time
Congratulations.
But especially congratulations to... Well, I'm hanging up now, dude. Love you. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye. Farewell. But, huge thanks. It's always tough
So
when
thank,
we give something
thank
away.
you to the other
'cause
1,000 people who entered as well.
1,853 people who entered who weren't snake in a boot. You guys have contributed
It's
to
a snake
something
boot.
bigger than ourselves. You've contributed to something that is much larger than everything we do. And Jason Busey, you freaking...
Jason.
I would say buy a raffle ticket, but it's over.
Yeah, you can't.
My man, the fucking Jason Bussey. The juicy Bussey.
Stop.
The that's what it sounds like. I love you.
I
Thank
don't
you,
like
dude.
it.
We love you.
I don't like that for him.
And guess what? Shay doesn't drink. All the drinks are for me.
Yeah. Stop. See, this is double. I don't like this for him, and I don't like
Jason,
this for
thank
me
you, dude. You're the
either.
fucking man. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody who entered the raffle. And I know it stings to not win the bike. It sucks. Everybody hopes at the last minute. You hope you get the call. Everybody hopes. I get it. I would hope as well. That's not a weird thing to hope for. That's why I don't You know, that's why when you buy a lotto ticket, it costs $1 to dream. I dream every time. At least with this one, you don't have to just dream about winning. You know that the money's going to a good place. It's doing amazing things. And this is a place that exists. This is a place that you can go to and that you can see your money hard at work, which I think that that's pretty special. And I think that all of this is pretty special. And thanks for joining us on this weird journey.
You guys are really special.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's going to about do it for this one. Farewell. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.